Hello, everybody! Welcome back to D&D Out of the Abyss with myself DMing for my amazing chums and friends, Scarbeus, Laurie.
Hello.
Philip Rhodes.
Hi.
Matt.
Hello.
And Valley Mike.
I
was trying to find a different...
Valley of Mike.
I was trying to introduce everybody in a different manner. Like, I got to Phil, realised he doesn't have a username that, like, or at least he doesn't have a YouTube channel, so I couldn't introduce him by that, and immediately my mind just went blank. Not gonna lie. That's how smart I am.
See, the way you kind of introduced us, it kind of made me sound like Scarbeus was actually part of my real name. It's like, what?
Maybe
no.
it is.
I mean, Lawrence
yeah,
Scarbeus,
Why don't you
maybe.
change your name then?
I mean,
Maybe
a sandwich.
What's your
eating
worst?
squashies.
Alright.
Yeah,
If we're
with that meal.
good to go, my stream is up and running. Completely fine. So, in that case, assuming everybody else is good, we'll actually start. Oh my god, my camera. I moved too much. Sorry about this.
Technical difficulty we weren't going to have.
Yeah, it's because I move about a lot when I speak. So, like, I had my camera set up really nicely and then just ruined everything because I'm a dick.
I do have a habit of like drifting to the left and right because on my camera it's not a problem because I have my camera in widescreen. On your guys' streams, you cut off the edges of my camera
Yeah.
and try to just get me in the middle.
Same.
So I'm guessing it breaks all the time.
Probably, but I only care if people only need to see me. They don't need to see you, Mike. So you're not important. Nobody gives a
feel
shit.
like
So
I'm more
why
important
even
as well.
bother with the cameras in the first place?
Because I am a professional, Phil. I at least need to look the part. Anyway,
At the moment, Beanie's head is like in the top left-hand corner of. Oh, he's gone.
It's like
yeah,
up
bye.
here for me.
all right. Anyway, I was actually in my screen the entire time there. Like, I'm kind of zoomed out on mine, unfortunately. But anyway, actual D&D.
Move you around so much.
Actual D&Ds while you're sorting out. So, last time in Out of the Abyss, I don't want to say heroes. Travelers of the Underdark, escapees from the Drow.
travelers.
Occupants of the Underdark.
Occupants of the Underdark. That's a good one. Our occupants
Soon
of
to
the
be
Underdark.
victims of the Underdark.
companioned with a group of escaped slaves from the Drow outpost of Vulcanvale?
Vulcanvale.
I think it's
Vulcanvale, that is right.
Welcome,
Have been wandering the Underdark, fleeing from their previous Drow masters. As they've been travelling, they've talked amongst the group, and one of their group, a Kuotoan, a very unusual Kuotoan by the name of Shushar, has recommended that the group visit a Kuotoan settlement known as Sloopledoop, in the hopes of maybe getting a boat or at least information or equipment to help them throughout the Underdark. And as such, they've been travelling for the last 7 sleep cycles. I don't want to say days or nights because you technically don't know. Like, you're really finding it hard to judge them at this point with no sunlight above you. They've been travelling for this time, come across a few things such as a drow outpost, a stalagmite, in which a outpost had been fitted that they wouldn't have even noticed had the door not been left open by its previous tenants, which seemed to be more goblinoid than drow. They have come across a long set of caverns filled with bones of ginormous creatures, none of which seem to be recognised by any amongst the group, except for various thin theories and guesses. Most recently, they camped out and were beset by an army of actually fairly large beetle creatures. About 15 creatures ran as a tide at the group, attempting to devour them as they slept. However, the group fought valiantly and the beetles were crushed and thrown into the river at the side.
Didn't somebody die? Or am I just thinking that?
No.
During
the orc did die, yeah.
It's worth
The orcs
mentioning
on the
during the journeys, one member of the crew, a grumpy orc with a very
Pretty grumpy.
very high temper, unfortunately got a little angered at the group. Got angered by Flynt the dwarf, who he then attempted to attack. However, although Flynt was willing to forgive this and attempt to take him down non-lethally, the paladin of the group, Renlan, fought hard and instead decided no, this was he had his chances, and he was not only killed, he was burst apart through divine. He was obliterated.
To be fair, He talks a big game. I thought he could take it.
He was just a base orc.
I'd say it's his own fault, really.
I mean,
Not only could he
like,
start it, he couldn't take it.
This
so
is
there
starting
you
to sound like victim blaming Mike. I mean,
It is. He's an orc.
fair point.
all I'm saying is it's a good job you've not taken your oath yet.
So, as we rejoin our player characters, they have just finished the night's rest after having woke up in the middle of the night to fight these beetles, and then having gone back to sleep after fighting them, leaving people on watch to make sure nothing else beset them during the night. You, as far as you know, according to what Shushaw's told you, you should reach Sloopledoop before the next sleep. Are any of you wanting to do anything in this morning before you set forth?
So is this the morning after the fight with the beetles?
Yeah, I'd imagine.
I'm just going to check on Stool then.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see the map, by the way, for the combat area, which I think should still be as is?
Where are we? Cracked mud. This is more the Renlan counter map than anything. This is obviously not really how it looks like. All that's really the same is the river and the area. There you go.
Ah, yes. The boats.
All right.
I've been reliably informed this is going quite well.
Well, you've not died yet, so who knows?
Or have we?
Yet.
Depends how you define died.
Plot twist, this is lost. You're all dead all along.
We've rolled a lot of die, if that counts.
So,
True.
what are you doing? Anybody wanting to do anything? Sorry, you checked on Stool. Stool was a little shaken after the fight. He did wake up to basically find one of the creatures attempting to devour, like literally taking a chunk out of him. No, he didn't. No, it was Cobalt who got a chunk out of him that the beetles didn't like. Sorry.
I thought he got attacked.
He did get attacked, but he didn't get hit. One of the beetles did attack him, and this did wake up Stool, who got basically the fright of his life waking up there. He has basically he's always been kept himself close to Cobalt. That night after that, he was actually touching you as he slept. Like he was basically pressed up against you. Not God damn it. Like he was pressed up against you for the feeling of comfort there. Like he is.
Yeah.
It's like it is a little kid. Like you wake up in the morning. He is as soon as you go to talk to him, he does that pop, and immediately you're covered with spores. As are a few people nearby.
The way you wake up.
Which at the time happens to be, we'll say Flynt and Flynt, Sarith, and Prince Darendil happen to be nearby during this time.
Before we go any further, has anyone got that totally legal, absolutely, I swear gov link to that tools page?
Yes.
The 5th edition tools. Because I've still not bookmarked it because I'm smart.
What do you mean?
It's probably because that totally legit tools thing has changed URL a few times.
No, I mean it's so legit it keeps bouncing around.
It's so legit that you just can't decide on one name for it.
It's in fact too legit to quit. So there you go.
I've posted it in the Skype chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Thanks.
What are you saying, Stool?
I'll just basically reassure him, make sure he's okay.
He still seems a bit in shock, like even after a night's sleep, like he is.
Yeah.
You can tell he's probably tired. He probably didn't sleep the rest of the full night, like after that. But he seems okay, and he seems to just want to, as long as he can stay near you, he thinks he'll be okay. Like you're his protector right now. You're his big brother.
Right.
Well, you're very much taking on that role, it would seem.
Well, already doing that anyway.
I was going to say,
You are
consciously or
Papa
not. So,
I mean, yeah.
Anybody else do anything?
Nope.
No. Good
Alright.
to leave.
We'll all rest, so we'll all be on full
Yep.
health. So
I
Are
guess
we
if-
rested and
That's a good
healed
point.
and such?
Yeah, I won't have my temp HP anymore, will I?
No.
I'm guessing
No,
I'd
should be
look
on.
to see if there's any fungus or any sort of anything that I can get for food.
For what it's worth, we'll say it's taken into account that it's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and all that kind of stuff is taken into account whenever you do your day's scavenging, rather than
Okay.
so we're not going over it
Okay,
every
cool.
day. But yeah, for what it's worth, Flynt kind of moves around the cavern. You actually find in the riverbed itself there is some you can kind of reach in and pluck out some fungus that looks edible. Like this
beetle.
fungus actually doubles as water as well due to its underwater growth. It's basically a very thin, fleshy substance filled with water.
Moist.
So I don't freeze my hand off.
You don't. It's not freezing cold water.
No, I meant more the mushroom.
Oh, the mushroom? No, you don't. You don't. You're not in that area anymore. So.
I mean, it seems easy when everyone else does it.
That's because they know what to do.
Everyone else isn't incompetent. I mean, what?
It's got a point. All right.
Yeah, if everyone else was incompetent, wait.
Okay. So
Smart
you
man.
travel out of this cavern. It only takes you less than an hour, you think, before the cavern itself ends. The river that has been running alongside you all this time starts to widen to the point where the path itself probably thins to about 4 feet wide, and then the river runs into what looks to be a immensely large lake. Even those of you with dark vision cannot see the edges of this lake. Like, it goes on basically as a 180 in front of you. It is just lake. You can see.
I think I know where this is.
You can see to your right, over the river, there is another path that seems to lead on. Shushar, who has been under the water this entire time in the river, actually pops out on that side of the river and gestures for you to follow.
By any chance, Beanie, is this the picture that we've seen before?
No.
The painting you once showed me.
No. That is that. I think that painting was just a. I'm not. Well, no, it wasn't. That description entirely was just made up on the spot.
I realised that you spent a lot of time just using a lot of extra words to say the word no, right?
It's because I was trying
no.
to think of the picture he was talking about. I think I know which one you're meaning.
I follow him through the water.
Follow him through the water. Okay.
Is he not on land?
He's on the other side
On
of the
the
river.
other end of the water.
Like,
Oh,
you have
he's on the other side
to
of
get
the
to him.
river.
You probably have to cross over about 80 foot of water, which actually means that none of you can really see him. Although Jim Jar and a few of the other denizens that you're traveling with have larger dark vision sight, so they point it out to you and tell you that seems to be the way to go.
We have to cross water. I'll get soaked.
Is it?
Is there no other way around?
I'll ask. Was it Shushar? Yeah, Shushar.
So you're going to shout across this river?
Does there look like there's a bridge anywhere, or just?
You've not passed one, and right now the river, like the entire time you've been traveling alongside this river, there's been no bridge, and now it's basically leading into a lake. Like, there is no.
Does the river
You
look
could possibly
fast-moving
walk
or
on.
anything?
There's a what?
Does it look like it's fast moving or deep or?
There's not a huge current in it, but you can't tell how deep it is. Like, this is a very clear water, which means that actually it makes it exceptionally hard to see the depth of it. I don't know if you ever looked into clear water.
Comment?
Sorry.
Clear.
Jim Jard just says, grow up here. We've got to cross the river to get where we're going. That's just how it is. And he immediately just starts walking into the water.
I say, of course, this is foolish, stalling for time, and just jump in.
Okay.
I'll recast
Wearing
light
full
on my
armor.
shield. I'll put my mace away, presumably I'll have had it just at hand or something.
Yep.
Shield in one hand, and I'll pick stool up on the other. And can I just like put him on my head or something?
Yeah.
And then I'll just walk in.
Okay. Is Renlan Renlan and Flynt going in as well?
Yeah, I'll just go. Dirty
I'll
my
wait.
I was the first one to say I was going through the water.
Sorry, yeah.
You wanted to do it before it was cool.
Sorry, you're right, Matt.
Yeah.
That was so long ago. This lot delayed so long that I'd forgot. The rest of the group all go in with little bits of hesitation, like Topsy, the male Svirfneblin twin, hesitates a bit, but Turvey is able to convince him to go. It's been a week. I'm forgetting names. Sarith, the stool. Sarith, the drow. He hesitates a little as well, but kind of puts his head up and starts moving into the water. Derendil kind of stands at the side, harumphs a few times as if trying to make it seem, this is far too dirty for such a higher-born creature like him, and then notices that everybody else has gone ahead of him and goes, actually, and moves into the water. For the most part, you're all able to either swim or basically just walk along the bottom. In Stool's case, Stool and Cobalt's case, it's almost a situation where Cobalt is walking completely under the water the entire time, but Stool, being sat on his head, is just poking his head out of the top of the water. So there's like people on the side, they can just see like Stool basically going across the water. But
he's so good at swimming.
However, it's only about 80 feet until you get to the other
Stool
side.
doesn't need float, apparently.
Till you get to the other side.
Floater!
And climb out of the water to be stood on the shore next to your Kyotoan buddy Shushar, who just looks at you and says, "This is the Dark Lake. Sloop-the-doop is that way." And he points behind him along the path that you've just climbed onto. Shall I stay submerged?
We're getting near the town. I suggest you just lead the way on foot.
Okay. And he just kind of nods his head slowly, then turns around and starts plodding along at his relatively...
I'm bent over, catching my breath, and like, do that! Can't breathe underwater.
For what it's worth, in your armor, you probably had the hardest time down there. Like, I think
Exactly,
Flynt,
yeah. This is
what
why
are you
I'm
wearing?
now breathing. Was that? Sorry?
Flint's not wearing armor, is he?
Flint is wearing no armor.
Yeah. So yeah, in that case, Renlan, you had the biggest choice struggle under there. You're underwater trying to do the Pirates of the Caribbean walk along the shore.
Renlan or Kamar, sorry.
Sorry, Kamar. Sorry. You basically doing the Pirates of the Caribbean thing along the bottom of the river, and everybody passed you. Like you were just watching, like bubbles going through your mouth. Everybody just overtook you. It took you about twice as long to get out.
I also just stop and look at him halfway through, just like, what's the big deal?
As I say, I'm catching my breath for quite some time when I get to the shore.
You probably take a bit of time as well in that case with the heavy weight. Like the weight definitely makes it easier to be on the floor, but also true. So you break the shore and follow Shushar along it for a while. You're journeying for another 3 to 5 hours maybe. When
Bloody hell.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look at my monster sheets.
Yep. Renlan,
Oh, jeez.
Monster
Well,
sheets.
Like the monster
Renlan
mash, but what?
and Cobalt, you both hear the sounds of waves lapping against something, as if something is moving on the lake within maybe 100 to 200 feet of you. It looks like a few members of your group have also noticed this. Specifically, so Jimjar and Eldif both stop and kind of stare at the water, as does Shushar.
I make sure that there's somebody in between me and the lake.
I'll just quietly ask Shushar if he knows what that might be. Just and I'll also just kind of put my hand up to kind of indicate everyone behind me at the very least should stop.
He is currently looking into the water and says, "Many creatures live in..." And at which point you start to notice a dark shape appearing on the edges of your vision. This would only be the people of dark... actually, no. This would actually be...
I've got light.
Shushar speaking to you, so he doesn't notice this, but Eldif and Jimjar both suddenly go into almost ready positions, reaching for their weapons. And you hear Eldif say, "A boat!"
A boat?
A boat? Is she Canadian?
It's a
boat.
Who's
What
on
about
the boat? Can you see? Presumably I can't.
She says, "It's too far away, but it's getting closer." At which point Jimjar says, "Aye, but I'd place 10 gold. It's nothing but trouble."
I just sort of slightly say to Cobalt, say, "Hey, turn off your light."
I turn off the light.
At which
The beasts have blinded us! To arms!
at which point
Oh my god, I literally just said that out loud.
You did. Presumably, you would have heard I was going to turn.
Yeah, but you're trying to do it quietly.
Give me 1 second just to quickly draw an area here.
Draw some darkness.
Sorry for the. I know somebody hates this colour.
I cast magic missile at the darkness.
Hit
Damn
the
it, that's
darkness.
not what I meant.
I don't have magic missile. I don't think.
I should probably double check what spells I actually have.
All right.
Tends to help. Actually, what spells have I got prepared? At the moment?
There we go.
That would help.
I mean, I've not changed what I've got prepared, so it doesn't matter if I don't know what they are. It's just they're there.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So
that's what I've got.
the black is the wall of the cavern. The blue is obviously the dark lake.
Oh, to the right, yeah.
You can.
To the right of our.
You're not sure how
Yes.
deep the dark lake is, or how quickly it gets deep. Like you don't know if you could step into it a few feet or whatever. You've not really. Well,
We're
maybe said
traveling
this
east or
yet.
west?
Are you
So-
trying to tell us it's too dark
You're traveling east from the
in
west.
the dark lake?
It is dark in the dark lake, strangely, and with the
That's
light
strange.
above the surface of the water, it kind of reflects in a way that makes it hard to see underneath it. Yeah.
Just shifting everyone over.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just go place yourselves.
I'll let you guys organise the.
Sorry,
place-
which way will we
Place
walking?
the first person here. So if Shushar is leading, then he is there.
Oh, okay.
Place yourselves behind him. Just because then we've got some of the map on the right and some of the map on the left if we need it.
Makes sense.
Roger, roger.
Uh, just excuse me while I lengthen this map a little because.
What's he doing in there?
I was
Decided to dig a
moving us
tunnel.
around.
Okay,
That's quite a large lake.
it's a very big lake.
Mm.
Do you actually think we're going to need that amount of lake?
Well, right now the boat is 120 foot away from you.
It's a long way. That's fair.
And the boat will say, sure, this works.
I'm assuming something like that.
Actually, Mike, would you be near Phil?
Oh, sweet
Seeing as
Jesus!
Phil's got light.
It's a
Oh,
boat.
what?
It's a boat. It's gonna be big, guys. Don't be surprised that I've made it big.
That is
Or
a
a case of
monstrous looking
that's
boat.
representative of the boat.
Abominable
We're not actually
snowman.
that
Yeah.
like an abominable snowman.
Actually, I can't believe I missed this chance.
Actually,
Sorry, yeah, you're right. You're right, Phil. I was wrong.
Is it a mimic?
Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows D&D lore, then that will scare the shit out of them.
Okay.
An aboleth.
Nah, that's fine. I'd rather, to be perfectly honest, I'd rather fight that than the abominable snowman.
Fair enough. That is probably the
I do
scariest
not
thing
know
you
what
could
that
encounter.
is.
It's probably basically the scariest thing you could encounter
Oh, an
under
aboleth.
the Underdark.
Okay.
In the Underdark.
Yeah.
No.
Either way.
Intellect devourers.
In this case, I can promise you, it is signifying the boat, not an actual aboleth.
Yeah, because I just like, you know what, GG, just gonna
But
disconnect
you know what?
right
I'm just
now.
gonna re-roll my character now.
We will. What are you guys
Is it
doing?
essentially like fighting Cthulhu, like you will lose, don't try.
Not so much.
I can't
but
see, so I'm just gonna say, I'll be trying to keep an ear out, but I'll just say, it may be best for us to continue quietly if we can. Just keep an eye on them as we go.
Well, I did shout that thing I shouted, so
Really?
Did you really?
that's because I didn't. Well, you're not
You would've
close
heard
enough
us.
for me to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm
If,
not-
it
I'm
was,
not
if you
like-
said it loud enough to,
Whispering.
I thought you were whispering.
I just said it like
which is
slowly
why.
as like,
Okay,
turn off your
that's
lights.
fine. I don't shout that thing. Then.
at which point, you hear Jim Jar say, "I don't think that'll help. They're still heading this way, and the creatures down here are much like to be able to see in the dark than you are. So, might not be a bad idea to keep that up for yourself and your friends."
I just kind of, I turn to where Renlan was and just say, "Do you have any objection to that?"
No, I was just thinking maybe they wouldn't be able to see us as well, but they can
I'll
see us
cast
anyway,
light again
then.
Okay. As you cast the spell, now it's actually within. Now people are starting. The people with dark vision are starting to just see it on the edges of their vision. Like you can see this dark silhouette about maybe 20, 30 feet across. You can't see how wide it is. Actually, what you think you can see is the. Actually, no. You'd be able to see it maybe 10 foot wide. You can't see how long it is. You can see the bow of the ship, the bow of this boat heading towards you. You can't see any figures on it at the moment.
I
I
don't
will
have-
just say, perhaps we should have weapons at hand.
I'm assuming I always had mine out, but if I didn't, I draw them.
Well, it's just in case anyone didn't.
How fast is it coming at us at the moment?
Right now it's almost like it's just drifting towards you, like maybe 10 foot around.
Okay, so it's not in a kind of okay, we should probably get out of the way. It's going to crash into and kill all of us sort of speed.
Yeah, it's not coming
It's not going to kill you
right
if it
at
crashes
us.
into you, sort of speed.
It's not
I'm
a
just
ramming
thinking,
speed. That's okay.
If it kept going, would it actually just like hit the land right there?
It actually, yeah, it looks like it's heading straight towards you. Like, you can't see anybody on it though. From
How
where you are,
fast
like,
is it moving?
about 10 foot around.
Okay, so like in real terms, is that like it's coming
That's-
right at us, or is that like super slowly?
It's almost like it's just drifting. Like, you can't see any
Okay.
oars paddling away. There's obviously no, there's not really any wind down here, so there's no sails or anything catching.
Okay.
So I'm just double checking the radius of light. 20 foot, 20 foot. Okay.
I mean,
So,
I can't
yeah,
see it.
20,
Yeah.
20 and
So-
20.
Cobalt and Kamar, you can't actually see it right now.
Yeah.
In that case, I will continue moving forward.
Everybody else has kind of.
That's 30 feet. Yeah, 30
Everybody
feet.
else has
Well,
kind of stopped.
since I can't really see it, yeah, I just sort of hunker in behind shield, ready for the oncoming battle.
Okay. case,
Yeah, I
this is
I'm just
Keep
taking
an
everyone
ear
else's
out.
word for it.
What was that, Phil?
I just keep an ear out,
Okay.
try and see if I hear anyone shouting anything or something.
At this point, its silhouette has completely broke through the sightline of the dark vision that people have. So Flynt and Renlan, you two can both see this is very much a boat. You can see maybe one figure on the back of the boat, kind of controlling its direction, but you can't see anybody else.
What sort of figure is this? Can we not tell? Because it's just like is it an outline or?
This is on the edge of your vision right now, so you can't make out what it is. It's not a big figure. It's about maybe your size, maybe a little bulky, but you can't quite tell. I just need to check one thing.
I don't particularly like this.
Don't worry, nothing's going to go hideously wrong.
Oh, that's okay. As long
It's
as
going to go
as long as it
wrong,
only
it's not
goes-
hideously
Yeah,
wrong.
As
basically.
long as it only
It's gonna
goes
go wrong
mostly
'cause
wrong.
we've got Kamar with us.
Hi.
Yeah, he's going to be a
Hey.
bit of a liability.
I'll have you know, I'm quite combat effective. Murdered that orc good.
Yeah, that's
You
kind
did.
of the problem here.
Just don't
So-
murder our own team good. Murder them good.
Everybody
It started it.
who is watching and looking out at this can roll me a perception check. Which
Uh,
I think everybody's
this is
watching for
Oh,
this, so you're
yeah.
welcome to. And this
Does
is
it
this is
count
people with
people-
light. This is Cobalt and Kamar can make this as well.
Oh,
So
Okay.
wait, what am I rolling? Sorry, perception.
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 Keep an eye out.
So
2! Yeah!
2
Fuck yeah,
seconds.
2.
Yeah, remember your numbers. Like I've got to do some stuff on my end as well. So
Perception is wisdom, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, I'm proficient. Yay.
That's not bad.
I'm proficient. Still got 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
me,
sure.
me and you, Mike.
I'll do it. Yeah. We got
And
this.
Laurie,
Like
actually.
the people who are least capable of
Basically,
seeing it.
anyone except Matt.
I see nothing.
He
Would I
sees it
create
so
a character
bad.
who doesn't have perceptiveness?
I've got
Proficiency even.
perception. I've got perception proficiency.
He sees everything so bad that he stops us from seeing it.
It's just my wisdom
Well,
skill's 8.
you've got a -1 wisdom then.
Yeah.
So it balances out to like a +1, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yes.
So I got 2 total.
Yeah. I mean, who needs intelligence? Am I right?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
What's the difference?
apparently Mike doesn't have
The
The
intelligence.
joke is I'm not good at either of them.
I know.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
That's the point. For a paladin, your charisma's just basically been hating people this entire game.
I don't think I actually have
That's perfectly
charisma.
reasonable use of
Uh,
charisma.
I have 14 charisma.
so
Okay.
You should have good charisma. You're a paladin.
I looked at the paladin spells. Fuck all of them require you to actually roll anything.
Your smites and things work off charisma though.
Yeah?
I believe.
No, they don't. They're just extra damage on your next attack. They
But
don't
they just,
do
a lot of them have saves.
so
Based
Yeah,
on the
it'll be-
charisma.
Which is why I've got
save the
14
charisma.
charisma. Like I didn't abandon it, but I just prioritized strength and con.
Which is
That's
fair.
fair.
can everybody roll me initiatives?
Did we actually see anything though? First of
Well, that'll be sorted after you've
all?
rolled
Okay, we'll
initiatives.
get to it then.
Okay, initiative.
Oh,
Hey.
It's not
I
awful.
suppose we've got advantage on this.
No.
Wait, do we?
I don't know. I'm trying for it.
No, unless you're a
Really
ranger and
shit.
you've not told me anything about that.
I can't believe when I asked Ranger, I forgot every session I had advantage on initiative.
It took me a while with Valen, my Saturday character, before I started keeping on top of it.
Although
And you know,
then it
before he
then it
died.
died. And then it died.
Yeah.
My baby Valen, he got killed by babies.
Girl Scouts got to him, man.
The Girl Scouts
Oh, they
took
were
too
worse
long.
than Girl
Hey,
Scouts.
Valen was right. Everything was a conspiracy.
Was it though?
Also, this means nothing to our viewers, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously not. Girl Scout cookies, man.
Um,
Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts all along.
One massive
so
bullet.
I'm doing the
Just
behind the
crash.
scenes micromanagement here. I will be with you shortly.
Too much micromanagement.
Yep, too much micromanagement. Okay, come on. What'd you get? in
And also
initiative?
not enough micromanagement.
On initiative,
Hmm?
3.
Kamar.
Initiative was 15.
Renlan
18.
and Flynt.
13.
Okay, unlucky for some. Let's
Yeah.
see. Guys? Totally professional. I know what I'm doing. Had this prepared all along. Brendan, what's your initiative modifier?
Oh, hang on a sec.
Odd question.
Oh, not really.
Not so much.
Someone tied with him.
+3.
Okay. In that case, it is 18.
It just
15.
means someone else rolled an 18.
Kamar, what's your initiative modifier?
+1.
14. 13, 12, 10. Nine, 7, 5.
DM's job is never easy. Just to bear that in mind.
He's also giving us a perfect idea of how many other things there are.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, most of that was you guys and the NPCs. Like, that was mostly NPCs.
Yeah, NPCs. Forgot about those.
So, would you
There
get
are
any
9
Would you get any
NPCs.
perception, Renlan?
22.
22. So yeah.
He's disappointed now.
No.
It's like, oh,
You see these. You see
plural. I don't like it.
what seem to be shapes in the water very near to the shore. In fact, you see them just as they're about to burst out of the water. There are 8 Kuotoans bearing down on you. Like, you are not surprised as you see them coming. Kuotoans,
Or like
the fish
fishing
people,
down
they almost like humanoid fish, the same things that Shushar is. A second, I'll put some tokens on.
Definitely.
Oh, joy.
Oh dear.
So,
We were kind of expecting this, to be fair.
While I'm assuming it's a giant pain in the ass, is there a way of making it so only one player sees stuff?
one player sees stuff.
Yeah, like if you wanted to, could you make it so only Laurie could see these because only Laurie's?
I believe
taking
so. However, these are bursting forth. This was more to see, like, I wasn't expecting these guys to also get such a high initiative. This was to see if you guys can react to them. Like, if you see them. This is their surprise round, basically.
Yeah, no,
Like-
I'm just wondering.
So, 5, 7, and also one of you guys. Where are we?
Oh, that means there's also something that isn't a Quotoan.
No, they're all Kuotoans.
Question mark. Oh, there we go.
This one's a monitor.
Guilty Spark, let you know. They are
Look adorable.
They're wielding spears
They are
and
adorable.
nets
Okay.
as they leap from the water, getting their nets ready as if to throw them at you. Very much Murloc.
Murlocs.
All
Do
right,
I get to act in the surprise round because I see
you
them?
you saw them all,
They're
so
not
you get to act in the
surprise
surprise round.
Yeah, let's get him. Yeah.
So what are you doing? They are very much aggressive towards you. You can tell from how they're approaching. Like the
Wait, if
boat
it's-
seems to be a distraction to these things popping out of the water and ambushing you.
If
Now-
you get an action surprise around because you saw them, I got a nat 20 and got 22 for the perception.
That's on your initiative.
That's
Like
more
take it into account
letting
on your
you
initiative.
act.
Like this is still reacting to them, so to speak.
The
Carry on.
point is, if you got a high enough perception, you're not surprised in this round.
Yeah, basically.
Do I get a full round's worth of action?
You get basically an action. However, being a
just
surprise round, they are but being a surprise round, sometimes they let you do a little more depending on what you want to do. Like, just tell me what you want to do, and
if you go in by fifth ed, the way it works is there's technically no surprised round. There's the surprised condition, which lasts until your first turn in combat.
There must be a surprise round because there's a feat that allows you to act in the surprise round.
No, there's a feat that means you can't be surprised.
Is it? Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah, it's alert, isn't it?
Either way, this is a rule I'm dragging in from
get,
Pathfinder. I like the surprise round
That's
rules.
fine. It's a similar sort of idea. It's just
It's just a little different. All right.
Guys,
If I only get one action, then I'll run over here and say, "Watch out in the water."
Okay. In that case, Renlan's turn to their turn. They burst from the water, each one of them throwing a net at a target.
Naturally.
So, this one bursts out.
Throw a net. She's only small, but leave her be.
Actually, let's see how we're doing this. Then.
Actually, going to throw Fred instead.
So, there's going to be.
Fred.
There is.
Funny thing about nets, as written, they don't really work properly.
What do you mean?
As an item.
As in, if you throw them in melee range, you get disadvantage on the attack because you're making a ranged attack in melee range. But if you try to throw them any further than that, you get disadvantaged on the attack because you're outside of the first range increment.
Yeah.
That
Well,
seems a
no,
little-
it's 5 feet, so I'm going to say that as long as there is a square between you and them, it's fine. Just because.
Yeah, no, that's what I'd say because it's just stupid otherwise.
So, as you're surprised, there is one that is thrown at Sarith.
I'm actually more worried about the boat itself.
Well,
So-
The captain's going to jump
Sarah's
off and basically
been-
see everybody.
Sarah's been netted, or at least attempted to. Okay, see you.
A net lands on Sarith and seems to entangle him. There is a net thrown at Eldith.
Cheeky pitch.
Then this
I know,
net,
right?
this net
Legs
instead
are
seems
ready.
to actually catch in his arm and doesn't actually. He seems unable to throw it as it catches, and instead just kind of goes a foot and then drops.
Net, please, a time and a place.
Another one goes for Kamar. That's a 17, which is a. You've got your shield out.
My AC
it's fair,
13, yeah.
it's fair to say you've got your shield out. So you basically, at the last second, you react to this, go, "Huh!" and instead bring your shield up. It kind of catches the net around your arm and your shield, but in a way so that basically it's just tying your shield to your arm. Like, it's not going to be annoying about it. If anything, it's going to mean you can't be disarmed with your shield.
The fools are doing nothing but improving me.
Another net is thrown at you at the same time, being a big beefy target. This one, however, lands on the floor in front of you as you step back. A net goes for Prince Darendil and hits him,
How
catching
high was
around
their
him.
initiative?
18.
God damn.
Just,
Oh, he did them all the same initiative, right? Okay.
yeah. But there's a lot of them, so I didn't bother to.
Cool. No,
roll
that's
separately.
fine. That's cool.
Oh dear.
There'll be another one. This one's also going to go for Kamar. Like, you're a big target. Like, it makes sense they try and take you down. He fails the net landing between you and him, actually catching on Darendil, who is kind of doing circles now. He's wrapped up in a net, like, very unsure of what to do. One goes for Flynt. You, however, just stand there as it lands on the floor between you and him, closer to him than you. And one goes for Shushar. That's cocked. And that's going to hit. Yeah, that's going to hit. So Shushar is also caught in that. For what it's worth, those people basically just have the grappled condition, and actually I'm not fully sure how it works. I'm going to say they have disadvantage on any attacks as well, just because it makes sense in my mind they would. I could have looked these rules up.
They can't move, basically.
I know, but as I've said before, I hate the grappled rule. It makes no sense to me. I feel like
Also, nets make them restrained,
Strange?
which I believe
Alright.
means they can't take actions.
Oh yeah, the target is restrained, you're right. So yeah, you are correct.
So yeah, they can't
That works.
do anything other than try and free themselves, I believe it is.
Yep, I can double check that. In fact, it is not your turn, Sarif. Try to sneak in much higher initiative than you have. Kamar, what was your perception check? Bearing in mind this is all
22
happening
on a
at the same
nat
time.
20.
In that case, you saw all of these as it was happening as well. So you were not surprised you can act against any of them.
So you're saying you get like one action?
Yeah. or if I'm feeling nice and what you say would make for a good narrative, I might allow a little more.
All right. Well, I was just gonna probably hit the guy in front of me.
Okay.
You can quite clearly see basically
One-
all of these.
Sorry, I forgot to say this as well. As they burst forth, they all started crying
Is that what they
various
do?
things. You hear cries of "For the father" and "For Dimmelgugan." The way these creatures speak, it very much is like a fish out of water. It is very glub glub glub. It is very almost like the words are escaping in bubbles. Like it's very hard for me to actually do an accent for them, but
It's like for all father wobble wobble wobble.
it's like they are, as they are speaking, they're also doing that gurgling thing in their mouth. You know, when you're rinsing your mouth out in the morning after brushing your teeth.
The Murlocs got you.
Very much.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what are you doing?
I shout, stand fast against the bestial hordes, and then die scum of some description. I don't know.
You're gonna die.
Fish, not beasts.
Smack that guy in the face.
Okay. Number 5, gotcha. Roll your attack.
Oh man.
You
Oh dear.
swing, but as the extra weight on your shield from the net kind of throws you off balance, and instead your flail goes high as the creature ducks below it, actually partially submerged in the water. Derendil.
They're like, guys, he's swinging above the water. We're underwater. What? What does he think he's gonna hit?
Derendil, seemingly, actually not surprised. The monitor, his stealth check was shite, so Derendil does manage to act. He instead, however, now with a net around him, seems to shuffle around and is very. And instead, you hear him roar as he basically tenses all his muscles and attempts to break free of the net in a very bestial and unlike him manner. And that is probably going to do it, but I'll just double check. Cheat sheets.
I don't see Derendil as the sort of character who would just rip himself out of a net.
Exactly. This is you've not seen him act like this
He's a
before.
barbarian.
However, he roars and he does just tense his muscles, bring his arms back, and with a bit of struggle, the net rips and he is free as he lets loose a roar, saliva blowing from his mouth in the direction.
In all fairness, here's whatever those things are.
A Quaggoth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an elf.
No, he's a Quelf.
He's totally an elf. Flynt, your turn. What's your perception?
He's a werewolf.
2.
You did not see these things as they're in the water. They've just
I did
burst
not
out
see
and
these things at all.
surprised you. Basically, you can see them. You can see them now, obviously, but this is still as they're throwing their nets. Like they're surprising you. You were looking at the boat. Jim Jar.
I turned them. I'm surprised.
Jim Jar hops backwards. Well, I was wrong. It wasn't the boat that brought the trouble, and he is going to bring out his little hand crossbow and shoot at Kyoto number 6. Actually, no, he's going to shoot at Kyoto number 5.
Yeah, one.
Focusing targets. He's getting smart.
His crossbow, seemingly in the panic of the surprise attack, he actually fumbles a bit and instead shoots a little too early as he's bringing crossbow up, and instead it ricochets off the floor right near Sarah's foot, and you hear him go, "Oh, sorry about that, friend."
As he's wrapped up in a net.
As he's wrapped up in a net, yeah.
Oh,
It's not a good
He's
day
just
to be
making
Sarah.
it worse. Any day a good day for Sarah.
Double check. It doesn't say. Where are we? I was just checking things. So many notes, and it's hard to find one little bit of information. Okay. Turvey, the male of the Swerveneblins, I'm pretty sure I said that the way around earlier today, but I've checked my notes, that's actually how it is. Turvey sees these bursting forth, and he isn't taken by surprise, it would seem, but he does kind of back into a corner, brings out his little hammer, or mining pick even, and just backs up more in a defensive stance for himself than anything else. He doesn't look like he's going to rush forward and attack them anytime soon. Bupido is still staring at the boat. The Curatoans burst forth, and he's still stood there staring at the boat, saying, "I think there's something on the boat. We should probably check it out. Oh, where are the people?" He was surprised. Stool was not surprised. He saw the monitor.
Stool was not surprised.
However, he only saw the monitor, so as the rest of them burst forth, Stool panics, and just out of complete impulse, there is a bursting of his spores that wrap around everybody from Sarif to Turvey.
Those spores all over the place.
So everybody in that situation is now is telepathically connected. For what it's worth, the monitor,
including the Kuratoan. Oh gosh.
Going to.
Yeah.
They will know our secret plans.
What? Murder them?
Yeah.
How
would they have guessed otherwise?
The middle Kuratoan. This one looks different to the rest. He's not carrying any weapons. He's wearing the fanciest of clothing, although very water-soaked and waterlogged clothing. And he comes from the water and says, take them for our father!" And moves forwards, and immediately just brings his fist back and punches at Kamar.
18.
I think that guy has daddy issues.
Well, you're about to get
Better
fisted
capture
by a
people
monitor.
for daddy.
Are you about to get fish fisted?
That's one hit, one miss. As he brings his fist forwards, at first he kind of he smashes it into your knee, and you feel the pain as it basically buckles your knee almost inwards. Then he brings his as his arm goes past, he then brings it back and attempts a backhand, but you lift your leg up, and instead his fist goes under it.
How much damage?
I'm just finding that out.
So
you take 6 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning damage.
It's bludgeoning, it's weapon damage, so you get the DR on it.
Yep.
So that's 3 points of damage.
3 damage, so it didn't hurt that much.
It aches, like... That's a nasty blow for anybody you know, other than an adventurer. Right.
Have we healed since the last time?
Yeah, you've done a long rest, so yeah. Which actually means
Okay.
you're at the same health.
Yep, exactly the same health.
Yep.
So really, it's like, oh, this feels familiar.
it's like,
There's a number in my mind
throw
right
in the
now.
bug bite.
Yeah. Who would have thought fish fists and bug bites feel exactly the same?
All right.
Considering the amount of damage, is it a fish fist or a fish finger?
Topsy.
Also, you said that there was 8 of them. Well, you said there was 7 of them. One looked different. No, that they all look the same. There's 8 of the same thing.
Yeah.
They all look the same to me.
No.
They all look the same to me.
Topsy. She hops forwards in between her
Technically,
brother
it's fine.
and one of the creatures and brings her mining pick down towards Kyoto number 4. She is not focusing targets as much as just going for the one that she feels is most likely to go for her or her brother. So she swings twice for a war pick. One of which hits. So that's 7 points of damage to Kyoto and number 4.
One of these
How
days we'll
injured is
come
that one
across.
looking?
Sorry?
She's been the most damaging person so far.
I'm just saying, how injured does that Quotoa look? Like, did that seem to do a lot of damage? Is he's kind of like, it's like, oh, or is it just like, I didn't hurt at all?
The pick kind of digs in. You can see he's bleeding a like purplish blood, it would seem. But he does. He just croaks at her and seems to be carrying on moving. It didn't seem to have put him back that much.
Doesn't seem phased at all.
It seems phased, but not overly so. Like he's not gonna drop anytime soon. Sarith is. He is not surprised, so he lets out a scream and attempts to break free of the netting.
I want to break free.
Break free.
And fails.
Good job.
Of course.
10 out of 10.
Eldith, next to
Wow,
Kamar, brings
5 out of
her
20.
mace out and swings at the Kuoton in front of him, number 5. The
10
one
out
that's
of 10,
dodged
which
3
gets
attacks
10.
so far. That's going to be a hit. How much damage is that? would be... She's got a shield out, so it's just a d8 damage. She does 1 damage, and then a second attack misses. Damn.
This is going well.
Yeah.
Are these Quota partially submerged?
Partially, yes. It's not affecting their ACs or anything in any...
Good.
Like, it's basically, if you think about it, they've just burst from the water. The ones on the shore are maybe up to their knees in the water. The ones further away from the shore are maybe up to their hips or a bit higher. Cobalt, what was your perception?
17.
You saw at least... actually, you saw all of them, I believe. No, you 2 of them surprised you, but you do still... you still are able to act in this round.
I will shout, Shusha, tell them we mean no harm. And I will take a... I shall... Words. I'll make sure I'm in the way of anyone trying to attack Stool. So
Pacifist right here.
So you're
it's not something I can actually do.
You're basically going to try and convince Stool to move behind you. Like,
try and get him to move there. Well, yeah, that's not really what... yeah.
Like, the only other way to do it would be...
I'm thinking literally jumping in the way of one of his attacks, but that's literally a thing fighters get, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fighting style.
Actually, if you want to use your action for it, like, I will fully say you can do
that's
that.
what it would be. It would be... Yeah. I'm essentially readying an action, I suppose.
In that case, you're basically doing what fighters can do as a reaction, as an action. So I'll say that's fine.
Yeah.
That said, if on the disadvantage they would miss... the disadvantage causes them to miss Stool, they will get an attack on you, because that's basically you getting in the way. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Shusha, kind of caught in the net, just kind of not even struggling out of the net, looks to Cobalt and says, "But I think they mean us harm." That's his turn.
Good job.
Can I just
Good job.
No fucking shit.
Renlan! Your turn.
Clearly, you are the smart man of the group.
I'm going to shoot at number 3.
Sorry.
With Eldritch Blast.
Yep, for you.
And
go for it.
not do very well. Is that a miss?
8. 8 is a miss, yeah.
This is going well so far.
Fucking Shusha.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Kurotoans.
God damn.
The one on the boat. You all hear a sploosh.
Oh
Jumps
no.
into the water and goes to join the fight.
Oh no. I know exactly who he's going for.
Yeah, you do.
Shit.
As he bursts out of the water, like he swims very quickly through the water and bursts out about 5-10 feet away from Renlan. The rest of them, now with no nets, step out of the water and start attempting to down their targets.
I'm getting this weird feeling of this is a fight you're supposed to lose. Just getting a vibe.
Why is that?
Because they're not really going for attacks; they're going for nets, and they said take.
Oh no!
Them
Now they've got spares.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
they are going for you. They are attacked. Although, actually, no. You do notice they are going for, they are going for attacks that are more to make you unconscious than to kill you. Like they are.
They're not trying.
They're seemingly trying to take you alive. Yes.
Trying to capture, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna go down like that.
I was gonna say they're not putting themselves at risk to do that though. Like they are still going full out in their attack. Okay, so one attack on Eldith. That's a hit. 2 attacks on Kamar. That's 2 hits.
God damn it!
An attack on Topsy. That's a hit. Another attack. Actually, they actually hit one of them. So 2 more attacks on Turvy, actually. On Topsy, even. They hit, in fact. Yeah. So that's 3 hits on Topsy. And 1 attack on Shusha, who's currently restrained and so has advantage against him. That's a hit. So, all those attacks hit. That not nice for you guys. Eldith takes 2 points of damage. That isn't. Mar, you were hit twice, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's 8 down to 5, and
wait, what?
was your damage reduction? 8 down to 5.
Oh, it's
and
minus
4
three,
down
isn't
to
it?
1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. For some reason, I thought it was halved. Like, how does 8 minus what? Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
So you should be down to 13 hit points.
Oh damn.
Wouldn't he get damage reduction twice, given it's
Yeah,
two
I
different
did.
attacks?
It was 4 down to 1 and 8 down to 5. Topsy takes 3 attacks. That's 6, 6, and 6. Oh, poor
Oh
Topsy.
my god.
Check her sheet.
I think that's an unconscious one, isn't it? It's gotta be.
All 3 attacks, you see them dig into Topsy, like slam into her, and none of them seem to penetrate. Kamar, your turn.
Oh my!
Okay.
Okay. I noticing.
Do you notice this in the midst of combat?
No, not noticing that.
Oh, right, sorry.
Noticing the thing I noticed before, which is they're trying to hold back a little bit. Like they're trying to capture, not kill. I shout, the blackguards mean to take us alive. Let's not give them the satisfaction. Then I hit
No!
this one
Mm-hmm.
with wait a minute, how does smites work?
It depends on the smite you use.
spells
mate.
are gonna cost
Hit,
first, yeah.
Spend a spell slot to deal an extra D8 damage.
Yeah, and
no, it's
my
actually 2d8.
yeah,
for
two
the
D8
first
damage.
Is it 2D8? I thought it was
Yeah.
1D8.
No, it's
2d8 for a first level slot, and then 1d8 for each slot after that.
Yeah.
Up to a max of 5D8.
Yeah,
And divine smite in the paladin one doesn't require any actions, does it? You just add it.
yeah, that's on hit. So it's bonus action to cast the spell, which lasts until you hit an enemy or you lose concentration, and then when you hit them, you can then use the divine smite ability to deal extra damage.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
I'll trust Matt. Can't be
No,
asked to look it up.
that does sound correct.
Yeah.
So, I will use Thunderous Smite
Okay.
as a bonus action, and
Movement one, isn't it?
it's 2d6 thunder damage, and targets a creature must succeed in a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone.
Ah.
Ah.
Good.
So I use Thunderous Smite, which is good because I switched out Searing Smite this morning.
I've got Searing Smite. That's going to be
Okay,
useful.
so roll your attack.
That's useful. Okay, so
I also have Searing Smite.
go suck. Herbada. God damn it!
So, you cast the spell. It's not wasted if it's a miss, is it?
No, it's concentration.
So,
Concentration. So if he loses
Although-
concentration...
Yeah.
that's-
That is
yeah.
my
Basically
bonus
buffing
action.
his weapon.
you swing the
Fuck.
flail, but don't take into account how good this creature seems to be in martial combat. He actually just gets close to you, grabs your arm, and actually pushes your arm, causing the attack to actually go wide by quite a bit. As he then spins around in an attempt to hit you with his next on his next turn. Anything else? Got a movement still?
I mean, that was my bonus action. I'm not gonna
Your
move,
action.
so. I mean, that's like not let them take us alive. Run away.
So in that case, it's
No, I'm done. I'm done.
in that case it's Derendil's turn. Derendil, seemingly in a uncontrollable rage, is going to bear down on the monitor. See what his attacks are. This is the first.
Huh.
Two attacks. One of those is a crit. So,
Nice.
Derendil, bearing down on this monitor, brings both his claws down. One from the from top left and a slash, the other one from below, going across the midsection. The Kuatoan cries out in pain as both these attacks hit.
Smashy,
That would
smashy.
be
I mean, I would
13
have
for
done
the
that.
crit and 4 for the non-crit, so 17
Wow.
total.
I would have done that if my dice hadn't been an ass. I'm saying.
It is based on your dice being an ass, unfortunately. That's
Yeah, it
D&D.
is. I rolled 4.
Maybe
that wasn't
roll
sarcasm,
roll
Mike. That's me
dice
describing
instead.
D&D.
My last 2 attacks were 5 and 4. Like the actual dice rolls are 5 and 4.
This is why dice
sake.
shaming is a thing. Dice kill
Ah.
players. Monsters don't kill players. Dice kill players. Flynt.
Okay, so I am going to grab my warhammer I'm going to
Right
cast
now. Ooh.
Green Flame Blade and sorry, War Pick. Sorry, not Warhammer. War Pick. I'm going to slam Kuatoa number 2 and send fire flowing out his back into Kuatoa number 1.
Okay. Roll your attack.
So that is. Oh shit! I rolled with. Oh, I didn't mean to roll with advantage. I clicked the wrong button, but that's a miss either way.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I clicked the wrong button, but yeah, I missed horribly.
You swing the pick down. However, this Kyoto brings his spear up and instead just catches your pick halfway down and pulls it back up and pushes it away. Right, this is quite a brute force creature, it would seem. They're not quick by any means of the imagination, but they are very
You got
brutish.
12 overall there, Matt.
I also rolled with advantage, which I shouldn't have done.
Yeah,
the
but
first one would be the one you take.
You rolled 7 on both, which you then got your bonus for 12.
Either way, a 12 is not a hit.
Oh god damn. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Jimjar.
12's still really low.
Jimjar is going to swing at, or is going to shoot at Kyoto number 6 with his hand crossbow.
Come on.
He says, "All right, I've got it this time. I bet this one hits." He was wrong.
I bet this one. Yeah, I was gonna say, take that bet. Nothing we've done fucking hit these guys yet. As far as I know, they're invincible.
They don't have a high AC.
Yeah,
God
but
damn, you guys are rolling
really,
terribly.
Clearly they do.
I'm betting it's
Yeah, but
13.
12's really, really low.
It's not
Turvy.
really, really low.
It's barely past base.
Yeah, I
as
mean,
low
considering-
as
considering
higher
as
than
where it
base.
is in the other
Twelve is a
Uh,
very
any
basic
armor.
AC level. We just can't. We're just not very good.
Turvy,
fucking dice.
seeing one near him, attacks almost in a panic, swings his war pick just the once.
And murders it.
And I think that's going to hit.
God damn. They're not invincible. We can win.
If it bleeds.
And that was, that was 11 on the dice. That's a hit.
Speaking of invincible, we need to have a word of Topsy after this.
Which one was that?
Yeah, we need words.
The one
Number
that didn't
2.
get penetrated.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Two.
As his war pick hits into it, it lets out a big croak of pain.
Gurgle.
Mapido says, "Oh, we're under attack! What do I do? What do I do?" And brings out his long hooked spear and steps up next to Sarif and stabs.
I'm under attack. What do I do? Oh yeah, shank a bitch. Yeah, that's pretty much what you do. Yeah, that'll do it.
Kill them! Kill them all! Kill them all! I don't know why he's getting an accent. He doesn't normally have an accent. It's been a while since I DM'd this campaign, so that's 21. That's going to hit. And then he does 2 damage with his pathetic.
So
Oh
we
my
know it's
God.
AC. We know the AC is less
actually-
less than or equal to 21. So
Sorry, if
that's
I'd read
good.
that, I'd have done this instead.
Yep, it is definitely less than or equal to 21.
He does not
Very
go for
true.
damage. Instead, he attempts to hook the spear around the creature's leg. And the creature
The leg that's currently under the water.
fails the strength save. Oh no, that's a pass. Yeah, that's it. He can still get it in the water and catch it on the leg. But unfortunately, he's unable to pull against the Kyoto's strength, and the creature stays on its feet. Stool.
Damn it. Let's have another
Just
poop.
Cobalt. Oh well, actually, Cobalt and everybody else who I said was affected by the spores.
take the
Hearing their head as Stool attempts to look up to you, says, "What do I do? What there's there all meanies around?"
Dodge.
At which point,
So attempted to just shout stand and fight.
at which
We're
point,
gonna get the mushroom kill.
Stool makes himself as small a target as possible, basically going into the same form that he goes into when he's asleep, where his Stool Cat basically covers his entirety, like
He's
crouching
effectively
into the
dodging.
floor.
Though.
He's effectively dodging, but in his mind, it's basically the fetal position. The monitor is going to punch at. Actually, the monitor turns on Prince Darendel and instead says, "The Crag of Dunferrel, kill him!" And they are speaking in Undercommon, as a heads up.
Yeah, I understand
Oh, hang
that.
on.
I think we all speak under
No, you don't. Two of you
except
don't.
A couple,
I do.
Except a couple of
Flint
NPCs.
and Renlan
I
do
speak
not.
Undercommon.
All the
No,
players
shit, you
do.
don't.
All the players do.
Has that
I-
changed
I
then,
speak-
Laurie?
I speak Undercommon.
Alright.
You allowed me to make me not proficient in one of my skills to learn 2 more languages.
Alright. Can I just double check what languages are you, what languages do you speak then? Just so I've got it on my sheet.
Common, Elven, Undercommon, Infernal, and Abyssal.
No, okay. Damn it, I don't actually have that on my sheet.
Infernal and Abyssal.
Yeah.
Hey, I covering all your
Playing
bases, I
for
guess.
both teams then.
Wait, there's more than one team?
There is
Well,
demons,
there's-
demons and devils.
Infernal
It's my
is
team, and then
devils,
there's the enemies.
Abyssal is demons. Both are fiend.
Yeah, all the same thing, right?
Either way, you guys don't know
No.
that, so
Really not.
Yeah, they all look alike.
Just like you,
The-
just like
Really
you
not.
humans.
the monitor
So
then punches
said-
at Derendal twice. This time he is full on going for the throat. He is attempting to go for the kill.
Humans look
Yeah, I
alike.
might
in
be
the
too
fact
far
they all-
away, but what did he actually say, or do I just not hear it?
From
Something
your distance,
about
you don't
killing.
hear it.
Okay.
Actually, no,
That
he's
it's trying to
shouting.
kill
No,
Derendal.
he is shouting, so you hear it. He said, "The Quaggoth has gone feral. Kill him!"
Yeah, all these look alike
Fair
as well.
enough.
Also, in my
Yeah,
mind,
look
the voice
like
these creatures
scared
have
people.
is that it's a trap guy from Star Wars. Just a heads up.
Allahu
Wow.
Akbar.
Wow, well, that's
That's it.
racist.
That's pretty racist, although he is a fish person, so,
Yep.
you know.
Obviously, space fish person and underdog fish person sound exactly the same.
Obviously.
That is.
They all both
true.
look and sound alike.
No, that's a hit. One of those is a hit. God damn, this guy has a
Oh
good
my
attack
God.
bonus.
Stop trying to murder us, Beanie.
On the plus side, he rolled a 1 on the damage, so that's only 3 damage to
He's a
Darren.
DM.
trying to murder
he
us
has to
incredibly
murder us.
I
slowly
mean,
with
if
an
he's
effective
raging,
weapon.
he's got resistance.
He is not raging.
Ah,
Just
I'm
barrel.
kind of worried. I've got some ideas as to what he actually is. It's like,
Okay.
well, apparently
So-
he's not a barbarian.
Fair enough.
It is now Topsy, who turns to the one that her brother just swung at and instead goes for him. It's 2 attacks or 1 attack. Where are you? Multi attack times 2. That's a hit and a miss. 1d8. She does 6 damage to him. And that is number 2. Come on, guys, the little swift name is showing you up here. Sareth. He just says, yes, yeah, yes, kill him, and he backs away, provoking an attack opportunity
Oh,
from
dear.
2 of them as he does so.
He can't move.
He's in the net.
He's in the net. The way I'm seeing it,
He's restrained his movements 0.
I get that, but the way I'm seeing it in this case is the net is over his top. His legs are still free. He can still move his legs. He is provoking an attack opportunity because he can't do this defensively, but he can move in this case. Like I would have given you guys the same benefit here. I'm always willing to bend the rules for what in my mind makes sense. If that makes sense to you guys.
Nope,
Yes.
doesn't make sense.
Both of those attacks hit. Natural
But he
16s
would
there.
only get 1 attack.
2 of them.
No,
Why?
it's not an attack action, it's an attack.
What?
For an attack of opportunity.
No, but there's
You
two,
only
Yeah.
get 1 hit.
there's two
Using two
Kuatoans.
two Kuatoans.
Oh, right. Okay. Ignore me.
look at you trying to shell out some rules here.
I'm
So
trying to
that's
keep us
7,
alive.
7 and 2. Just be glad the damage is going to this guy.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I
I'd
mean,
rather that we had no damage coming our way.
That's
It's probably
true.
going to end up being like
That's not gonna
super
happen, though.
important at some point, but
Probably.
until
he's a
then,
drow. We don't care.
He's not going to be super
yeah.
important in this fight,
I
though.
don't care.
Eldith,
It's probably going to be like, it's probably going to say like in the guide, if you manage to keep him alive all the way to the end of the campaign, then he can just pay you past the final boss and you just win.
it does say he gives you a unlimited wish spell if you get to the end, just so you know.
Exactly, yeah. Like
Oh,
it's gonna
wow.
be. I'm,
Uh, so-
I'm tempted to say gonna use the words. I guarantee it. I'm tempted to say that. I'm throwing my
the-
hat in that ring.
Both spears kind of glance off, seem to purposely both glance off the sides of dealing nasty blows, but not life-threatening ones. Eldith swings at the one 5. Number 5 has been injured, so she swings at him again.
Seriously, one day we're gonna
That's a
run
hit.
into an enemy called
And a
Mumbo.
hit.
Called Bumbo.
Mumbo. So it could be
Mumbo.
Mumbo number 5. I
Oh,
thought
that
it
would
was
that would be the
was
best thing.
6
That would be the
and-
best thing.
I would sing the entire song.
You realise that if there is an enemy
I
called
think
that,
it'd be-
Sean's going to make sure there's only 4 of them.
Are they going to be?
That would be
Are they going to be
torture.
led? Are they going to be led by?
I was not paying
Omega?
attention. So, Eldith brings her mace up and clubs the Kyoto number 5 around the side of the head, brings it back down and slams it into his shoulder. You hear a cracking as his shoulder bone dislocates and
Ooh.
probably breaks. He is still standing, however. Cobalt, your turn.
Would be a shoulder damage, wouldn't it?
Always
It has to be sometime. Like, you bring this up every time I say shoulders. At this point, I don't just say shoulders. You just bring it up every time I say shoulders. Like,
it's not just you. It's a trope.
Is the monitor looking
Need damage,
kind of
but
wounded at
looks
all?
bad, but it's non-lethal. Shoulder.
well, I also say other body parts. Like,
I'm not saying
if
it's
I
just you. It's a trope.
Yeah, it's a trope
Like,
when
have you
you
ever
just say the shoulder. Like, you could say other. Like, I say loads of body parts. This is why it annoys me now, because everybody brings it up every fucking session. Fuck you guys.
You mad, bro?
Yes. What are you doing, Cobalt?
Is the monitor looking wounded at all?
He's been hit a few times, but he is holding himself pretty well. Like, he looks a fair bit tougher, just in how he's standing, how he's dodging.
Is there anyone who's looking like they're on the verge of dying? Or, you know...
Two of them.
Why
the, the one that just been hit twice by Eldif is fairly injured. I think that's the only one that you can see. That is, yeah, that's the only one that you can really notice.
I should be able to see all of them.
You can see all of them, but looking at, like, especially in the dark, looking at how injured they are, like, in the space of a second or two, is not something you can just...
I'll say the only ones I can't see clearly would be 1 and 3. The others are all in bright light.
Well,
7 isn't
no.
So,
from this...
yeah, the one,
he's
I can't see that one at all.
Bear in mind, they're also on the edges of bright light, and they're also... Like, this is also a second... Like, you're just glancing at a second, so you're not taking an action to this, you're just looking around, like... Dodging in and out of it, it's... let's say. The one you notice is that one.
I'll Sacred Flame that one then, so he's got to make a deck save.
Okay. That is... What's the DC? I'm pretty sure that's a fail, but...
12.
That's a fail. He rolled 11.
So, that will be...
Some damage.
5,
6 radiant.
6. He...
Yep.
He screeches in pain as the flames dance around him. Barely there for more than a few seconds, but still, by the time it's gone, he is breathing heavily, kind of much more under the water than he was, almost in a protective stance.
Is anyone looking particularly wounded?
Of your team?
Yeah.
That you can see... Kamar's taken a few nasty hits.
Yep.
Sarith
he's probably
is
fine.
wounded.
How did this
You're
work
not sure
out last time?
You're not sure what Sarith is putting on and what is actually a full... What is him just being wounded. And Derendil, you saw him get hit, but you can't see the wound. Like, if you hadn't seen him be hit, you wouldn't think he was wounded.
Right. How badly wounded does Kamar look?
Kamar, he
If you
pretty
wish
wounded.
to express that in a sort of generalized number format, I would say I look about 13 out of 22 alive right now.
That's fine. That's like...
So just in no particular number format, really. Just,
of course.
Just some random number I picked up, yeah.
I'll leave it at that then.
I've got about half.
I can't do anything. It's not worth using any of my bonus action spells.
Fair enough. Shushar. Shushar.
Actually, tell you what, can I then, in Undercommon, just shout? We don't mean... I need to be careful with my words here.
We don't mean harm. What?
We don't mean harm.
Oh no.
Death to the father!
We just want to travel through.
As you say,
We don't want to fight.
As you say
Like
this,
I'm shouting very loud.
Yep. As you say this, the monitor or croaks, "Don't listen to them. The father will have them as sacrifices." And at which point,
shit, he said sacrifices.
At which point, Shushar says, "It is no point. There's no point negotiate." And that's his turn.
I was going to say, we're kind of past
God,
point
God
of negotiation.
damn it, Shushar. You
Takes
brought
a
us
long time to say anything in old Dentish.
Renlan.
here. All I'm saying is,
Right.
maybe this is
Number 7.
Of Shushar's plan.
Yes. Number
Probably.
7. Come on. Is that a hit for 14?
14's a hit.
Yes.
We narrowed the range down. It's either 13 or 14 AC.
13 force damage.
13
Boom!
force. As the
Wasn't that a max
that was
hit?
Eldritch Blast, wasn't it?
Eldritch Blast, yes. Blah, blah. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Batch. What?
Eldritch Blast.
This is a orb of greenish.
Green energy.
What did we say? Greenish energy. Yeah.
Energy.
Flies from your hand and crashes into the creature, shattering like glass as it hits. And the Kyoto just back up a little, stunned by that, and then moves in on you.
Oh shit! They hit us.
I know, right?
Letting out a croaking roar as he reaches for you with his spear.
Come on then.
That's gonna hit you.
Oh dear, that's bad for him.
Attack on Eldith.
I regret it.
Is gonna hit. Attack on.
You had
2
to
attacks
rebuke
on.
him.
No, 1 attack on Kamar.
Mike, would I
Is it
do
hit?
such a horrible? Yes.
2 attacks on Darendale. Hit. And a hit. Yep.
Also, Beanie, have they ever not hit me yet?
They've got +3 attack. I don't know how they're doing this.
Where the fuck does that get me?
Apparently.
Fuck.
2 attacks on. Or 1 attack on Topsy, 1 attack on Turvy, 1 attack on.
No.
No. This one, seeing that Shusha isn't resisting, just moves down and attacks Flynt. So Topsy is a hit, Turvy is a miss, and Flynt is a hit. Actually, what's Flynt's?
18 at the moment.
That's a hit. That was a 20 on the total.
Darn it.
Again, the spears that go for both Topsy and Turvy, pretty sure they hit, but they leave no mark.
Right,
Oh,
definitely need to have a word with them about this.
I want to learn their talent, is what I want. Also,
I need to
Beanie,
kill
you know
them
the
for
guy
being
who hit me?
Yep.
You know I've got 16 AC, right?
Yep. He rolled like
just checking.
if I don't ask for it. Well, actually, saying I've got ACs here, but if I don't ask for AC, it's because they rolled that high. Like that was a load of 17s on the dice.
Wait a second.
So,
Did you say the guy hit me? Did you say the guy hit me?
Yep.
But what if I could say he didn't actually hit me?
You get a shield.
Because I've got shield.
In that case, you don't take the damage. You
I
bring
need
your
to-
shield.
I need to-
You bring
I
your
need to
shield up as he
make
rushes
that.
towards you, and the almost ethereal shield appears in front of you, and the spear just bounces off it.
It's like, joke's on you guys. Energy bubble.
Takes 4. She's down to 17.
Sorry, how do you have 16 AC as a warlock?
I've got
Mage armor.
Mage armor.
I've got the ability where I have permanent mage armor.
Kamar,
okay.
you take 2 points of
that
damage.
No,
Yeah.
that's
It's
not the
called-
worst.
That's down to 1 minimum, so 12.
Armor of Shadows is what it's called, the invocation.
So have you
2
got
attacks
sounds
on
nice.
Darendale, that's
Dex,
2
though?
and 5, so 7 total. 37.
Is damage reduction down to 1 minimum?
There's only 1 damage reduction
wait,
in
no.
this game, so I'm just gonna say it is. Like,
I thought it was.
Because-
It just. I thought it just
His isn't
reduces all
halved.
damage
This
by
is
3.
halved. It's reduced. It's like
this is
reduction rather
reduced. I'm gonna say that it's minimum 1, just so that there's always that little damage
It doesn't
gets leaking
say
through.
Fairground
that in the
resistance
feat.
doesn't.
It's not resistance.
It's
I
not
know. I'm
resistance.
just saying resistance doesn't say minimum 1, so I
Well,
see no reason why
resistance
just a
doesn't
flat-
say
it's
minimum
just
1, but it's also round up, isn't it, or is it round down?
it's
It's
round
also-
down by default.
For my
I'll
minus
tell you what.
3 thing.
I'll be nice then. We'll say that it is completely.
Well, it's just to me
take
that
it by
makes
the word.
sense because the idea being you take less damage because
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
heavy
no,
armor.
yeah, that makes sense.
It
Now,
just bounces off the armor.
Just reading
That's
the
fine.
feat here, it
In
just
that
says
case-
reduced by 3, so I would.
in that
say
case,
it
you
goes
take
all
0
the way down.
damage. Who
I
was
think we've
that?
done
That
0
was
damage before
Darendale.
as well.
Flynt wasn't hit. Renlan, you were hit for 3 points of damage.
And
Then,
then
you hellish rebuking.
I am. Hang on, just let me write down how much HP I've got. Okay, Hellish Rebuke, Dex DC 13 to halve.
He passes.
Oh, jeez.
He rolled a 13 on the dice, which is what he needed to pass it.
Awful.
You did
That's
30.
7-5 total, so is it
Down to 3
round
then.
down?
Probably a D30 there.
Fucking awful. That's 2d10.
Wow.
The
Wow,
Yep.
2d10, 7
He-
damage. Damn.
croaks in pain and backs away from you. Like you can tell, this one is barely standing.
Oh, the one I'm fighting.
Kamar,
I'm getting upset. I attack
What's
this
new?
guy again.
So bad.
The
Alright.
monitor.
Yep.
swing your attack.
Fuck!
You've got inspiration. Actually, it's not worth it in that case.
It's
Wait.
D4.
I know.
Do we have inspiration?
I do.
If you
I
if
mean,
you have it,
might do.
some of you might
I've
have, some might
considered
not.
it every time, believe me.
Darendale,
Fucking hell.
Swing.
My only saving grace from this is eventually it'll go down to 1 and then it can't get lower. Because they've gone 5, 4, 2, missed 3. Fuck knows what happened to 3. And then next turn it's going to be 1. It's like, yeah, you know what? I know my place in the world now. I know my place where I can't get anything higher than fucking single digits. I'm not happy.
Darendil swings down with his right claw, and the monitor actually reaches up and with both hands grabs the arm, stopping it completely. At which point, Darendil then scoops in with his left arm, actually going straight for the stomach with his claws, digging in as a piercing attack.
Kamar.
It does do 7 points of damage, but this guy's still looking fairly healthy.
How much do we get for inspiration? It's a D4, right?
D4. Like, again, for people watching, this is actually a homebrew rule. I give, normally D&D allows a maximum of 1 inspiration. I say I like to give the inspiration out freely, so I say there's maximum of 3, but you're down to 1d4 per use, or you can use it for 1d20 XP.
Yeah.
So, it is now Darendil to Flynt. Flynt, your turn.
Right, let's try this again. I go back in for Warpick for a Green Flame Blade.
Cool.
And I hit this time, right? Right.
No, you crit. No, you don't.
8.
You swing your Warpick, but it seems that this ambush has basically just taken your entire team, put you on your heels. Every single attack is on the defensive. These spears are keeping you all dodging, keeping you all back on your heels. You can't find a time to land a good blow. Is there anything else?
I'm kind of disappointed in Warpick, but no, other than that.
Okay, in that case, Jimjar shoots at Kyoto number 6 as he says, "I'm starting to think I paid too much for this hand crossbow." At which point the crossbow bolt slams into number 6.
Maybe
that would
not.
Be attack. That's 7, 13, 15 points of damage. As the bolt kind of catches right in the Kyotoan's side, just above the hip bone, causing him to be in pain every time he moves his hip.
Like, damn, that's gonna hurt in the cold water.
It is then
At least it's
Turvey.
not salty. I hope it's not salty. That would really sting.
That would be uncomfortable.
Turvey swings at the one that attacked her brother. Sorry, this is Turvey. He swings at the one that attacked him, and actually, as the attack goes for him and stabs against him, even though it doesn't seem to affect him, he seems to be almost paralyzed by the fear, and you actually see the warpick drop from his hand as he starts to back away. We'll count that as withdrawal, which means that the Kyotoan doesn't actually get an attack off. Bupido is going to go for another trip.
Dude.
That is a miss, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a miss. Bupido to Stool. Stool is still completely down to the floor, attempting not to be hit.
Still shitting himself.
He's also currently surrounded by allies, so that's good for him.
The monitor swings at Sterindil twice, and actually now goes for a bite on him as well. Going full out on the your Quagoth companion. That's 2 hits to the punches and a crit with the bite. Fuck's sake.
Oh my god, can you stop killing the team?
Companion.
You just make it too easy, guys. You not start rolling well.
Not happy.
Wouldn't it be so much easier if we had an orc with a battle axe? Do you think?
Yeah.
We've got an orcish battle axe, but we've got no orc.
14, 17 points of damage to Darendil. He's now on 20.
He has a lot of HP.
He's quite off.
Sorry, he's an elf.
Is that supposed to mean anything?
Well, he's a big, burly, savage, yeti-like beast. Well, that's basically they look like small yetis, effectively. Like they're still pretty savage-looking, so they're going to be a little tough.
Okay.
Topsy swings at the one that attacks her brother twice. That's going to be 2 hits. Oh, many. Oh, sorry, no, that's 1 hit and 1 miss. I'm overestimating her attack bonus. 8 damage, though.
Attack bonus.
2. G brings the Warpick in, and this is the first death or first kill of the encounter, it would seem, as the Warpick goes in, drags out his stomach, and you actually see part of his internals just start to slop out as he collapses to the floor, gurgling and croaking.
Knife goes in, guts come out.
Go Topsy.
It's the only one we've killed so far.
Sarith struggles against his net.
So the only kill so far is like the immortal party member.
Eldeth. She is going to swing twice at Kuotoan number 5 since he's injured. That's a hit and a hit.
Please kill this one.
That is 4 points of damage. Which one's this? 5. This one goes down. She then turns on the one without a number, and the second attack hits him. So that would be 5 on number. All right. Yeah, thank you. I went to make him dead, and you'd already done it. It really confused me for a second. Cobalt, your turn. It seems like your team is starting to gain a little more momentum.
But that monitor's still looking pretty solid.
I haven't hit him yet. I'm trying.
If you were to guess, you wouldn't actually guess that he's bloodied yet. Which would be half health.
I just kind of... And I will guiding bolt him.
Okay. Roll your attack roll.
Oh. Oh damn.
So this will be advantage on any attacks on this guy after if you hit, right?
It's damage and advantage on the next attack.
Against him. Yeah.
Where's my sheet there? +4. Ah!
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The bolt goes wild, and you just see the light disappearing into the darkness above the lake.
What is happening in this game?
Are you happy? You've just probably hit some random Kuotoan in somewhere.
You know what? Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I be?
Turns out there's a guy in the distance I should be hitting. I'll get on that.
Shushar's turn.
It's not even worth using the inspiration on that.
Shushar's
Is
turn.
it even worth giving him a turn?
He carries on speaking.
Oh wait, no, hang on. Continue the
They
sentence you said last
seem
time.
to worship the Father, not and it is Renlan's turn.
Right.
Problem is, I have to remember what he's been saying every time it gets to his bloody turn. If I want to be a smart ass about it.
22 to hit.
Nice.
Number 7.
Yeah. Is this your Eldritch Blast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
5.
5 damage. That's
At
enough.
least you're hitting, Laurie. At least you're hitting.
You seeing this guy get so close, you kind of duck to the side as the spear grazes against you. Reach out, like with the same hand that the arcane fire just leapt out of previously. You're basically an inch away from his body as the glass-like orb of green energy bursts out and shatters into his side, causing him to keel over and collapse on the floor.
Yes! 10 HP. Woo!
He's not dead. It's incapacitated, isn't it? No, it is if you knock them down to 0 hit points. I think I checked this out last time. You're fine.
Is he on 0 hit points?
Just remember that doesn't stack. I think that was something that you were doing last time.
Yes, I know it doesn't.
Sean did that during our Saturday game.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So, Kuotoans. One attack on Flynt. Yeah, one attack on Flynt. That's a miss. 2 attacks on...
Oh, okay.
Turvy. That is 2 hits, both of which seem to have no effect, as she just growls.
Wait, is that on Topsy or Turvy, did you say?
That was on Turvy.
Turvy.
Oh, sorry, no, one of them would have been on Darendil, sorry.
Topsy's the one over here, apparently.
Topsy, have I got them wrong again?
No, Topsy's the one in the fight, and Turvy's the one at the back.
Okay. I'm always getting these wrong. Those tokens are actually labelled wrong.
Basically,
God damn it.
The girl one is kicking ass.
Yeah. Topsy turvy female is it takes a couple of hits but doesn't seem to take any damage.
Topsy turvy female.
Attack on Kamar is a miss. Attack on Eldeth is a miss. They've actually had a terrible turn for a change.
Oh my god, I didn't get hit.
None of them got hit. Nobody got hit except for.
Does that mean we're going to have a
topsy turvy female
turn now?
Well, we'll find out. Kamar, it's your turn.
Okay.
Do something.
I'm trying. I gotta smack the monitor again, which I might actually do in real life if I fucking miss this again. Okay.
That one.
Please.
Crit.
Yeah, I
That'll do
hit
it.
him.
Yay!
The Thunderous
I'm
Smite is
now
still
super
active.
duper mad. Yes.
So as the flail
I-
hits, there is a deafening burst of noise that emanates into the cavern, echoing off the walls, going further into the distance.
I like that. It's like, oh yeah, that spell you cast at the beginning of the fight. It's finally paid off.
Boom.
You see the ripples in
Okay,
the
now I've
water
gotta
as this
roll
burst of
damage.
energy kind of goes along it.
Okay, so first of all, it's 1d8
Yeah,
plus
that's your basic
3,
weapon
I believe?
damage.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked at this yet because I haven't hit yet. So 1d8 plus
God.
3, and then so it's basically oh god, it's because it's using d6s as well because it's natural smite.
This is what
1d8
we
plus
have
3 plus
macros for.
2d6.
So first of all, 1d8 plus 3, that's 1d20 plus 5. God damn it. 1d8 plus 3 is
7
Seven.
points damage plus 2d6.
and then 2d6. Damn,
Okay, so
and
that's
then-
15 total.
that was kind of terrible.
The monitor is bloody.
What's the d6 for? Is that for the
That's
That's
booming
the
smite?
thunderous
Smite.
smite.
Thunderous smite, yeah.
As the
And then
He's
needs
also
to
got to do a save.
Yeah, it's a con save? Might be
I
strength.
think it's
Hang on, let me check.
strength.
Strength
I've
sounds
got it
more
here.
likely. And strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone if that matters.
he passes the fray god, 18 on the dice.
Ah, not surprised.
Uh,
Carry on.
the flail head smashes against him, and you hear breaking bone in his near his hip as he reacts to the attack. Darendil. He carries on clawing at the monitor. That is going to be 2 hits.
Nice.
That is a 6 and a 5, so that's 11. The claws tearing into this creature, like basically digging in, grabbing and yanking bits of this Kyotoan out of him.
Oh, lovely.
Flynt.
Okay, right. Attempt number 3. I step over Kuroto number 2, and I'm going to attack Kuroto number 1 with Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit this time, right?
Also,
Right?
That's a hit.
18
That's a hit.
for
Hey.
6 damage against Kuroto number 1, and then I believe it's 2 damage against Kuroto number 4.
Okay. No save or anything on that.
No save.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
bit far.
so as your war pick hits, it slams into the creature and then into his top of his right shoulder, and then out of that creature's hip, another burst of fire leaps into his buddy next to him. Jimjar.
Yeah.
He is going to shoot at the same one he shot last time.
Right into his hip.
That's going to be a miss.
Oh
Darn this
God.
little thing! Anybody got a spare hand crossbow? This one seems to be faulty.
Yes.
Turvey is going to. He's still kind of backed into the corner. Seems to be taking on. He almost backs into stool effectively. Because sees stool there and instead kind of huddles down himself, taking on a scared defensive posture. Rapido.
I'll allow it.
He attempts to trip. He fails. Stool is still on the floor. Monitor.
Or is he walking the dinosaur?
Almost in a frenzy himself, says, "For the father, for the and claw punches and bites." It is naturally hard to understand these guys. It's not just me doing a terrible accent. These things are the way they speak is unusual to you.
Why
It's an
not
alien
both?
voice.
Just like 4.
Well,
and
it is
he
me
has
doing a
seizure.
terrible accent, but not just. I said.
Why not both?
One of his punches connects and his bite connects. That's 6 and 3, so that's 9 damage to Darendil. He is down to 11.
Really want some squashies. But by the way,
Yeah.
Matt, I know this is
Yeah?
a side note. Matt, where did you buy your squashies from?
I bought my squashies at the shop around the corner.
Really? They started
You
selling
can
them
also
again.
get them at Tesco
Yes.
as well.
Nice. Yeah, I don't want to walk as far as Tesco.
What,
I'm just saying, if you
need
have to be in
squashies?
Tesco.
Like if I had to go get squashies, which I sometimes
I
do,
actually,
'cause they sell them
that's
in.
the point. Corner
nice.
shop, how much do they sell them for?
Topsy swings at
What?
1.
Yeah, they're more expensive in Tesco.
That's a nat 20.
They sell them in Iceland as well, though.
Oh, who nat 20'd?
That'll be Topsy. Or topsy-turvy female.
Fuck this D&D nonsense. We're talking about squashies. The important things.
If I had to guess, I'd say Topsy was the female.
No, Turvy's female. According to my notes, according to the tokens, Topsy's the female. God fucking damn it, game.
Yeah, no, Topsy looks female.
God damn it, past Beanie. He's basically fucked up somewhere along the line. 11 on the crit and 3 on the
Do you want to just
non-crit.
switch him over to now and then try and learn it from now?
I'll sort it out in the break.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna actually have to. I'll look it up, just to be factual. God damn. This one is basically the 2 war picks hit, and she lets out a feral growl as she does this, tearing parts of him away. As he just stands there, wobbles. He's on 1 hit point. Sarith has a momentary burst of enlightenment as he finally struggles and breaks free of the netting, throwing it off him, looking around and then says, "I'm still over here," and backs into the corner.
Wait, this is Sarith.
Yep, the drow. Sorry, I gave him Jim Jar's accent there.
Everyone's turning Irish. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Jim Jar's supposed to be Irish. But
there's a virus down here. It's telling us all Irish.
A virus?
An
Iris.
Iris. Oh no.
That's an I.
Irish is just
Eldeth.
it's just how Sean Connery says up virus.
Eldeth swings at number 6.
Irish.
That's a hit. And that's not a kill. She goes for the killing blow. And that gets the kill. Number 6 goes down as her mace swings twice, rattling against his skull in both cases.
Side note, what sounds dirtier, killing blow or killing stroke?
Killing blow sounds dirtier.
Both sound like death by snoo snoo.
They both sound like death by snoo snoo. Just different
Stroke
varieties
blow.
of snoo snoo.
Cobalt, your
Stroke
turn.
blow, I'd say.
That would be pretty good.
How's the monitor looking?
I didn't punch mine, so it's okay.
The monitor, sorry, he is bloodied now. He is actually looking pretty wounded. Like, that round, attacks from Kamar and Darendel in succession have really staggered him.
But Darendel's looking quite bad himself, isn't he?
It's hard to tell. Like, a lot of his wounds are made to look worse just by the way that he's savagely going out. Like, he's not reacting to his wounds at all. He is like a wild animal. Like, blood is everywhere. You're not sure what's enemy, what's his, what's Kamar's, what's...
I'm of the opinion it is better to kill these things quicker than try and keep us alive. So, I am going for another guiding bolt on the
Roll your
monitor.
attack.
Go.
That's it.
Hey!
Nice.
22. So,
This is
that'll
when you kill it.
Guiding bolt, death. Well, that's
17.
kind of eliminating the point.
Oh.
Damn, that's 46.
damage.
Does your guiding bolt look like anything in particular?
It'll probably look like a bolt of fire or something like that, I suppose.
Make it look like a hammer.
You
No, it wouldn't look like a hammer.
you throw your hand out. I was actually thinking blacksmith's hammer. I'm not going to lie, but you throw your hand out, and a burst of energy spins through the air and slams into the Cobalt
It
Molder.
leaves a nail on their chest, ready to be hammered.
Catching onto him and wrapping around him, lighting him up and making him an easier target for the next attack. Anything else?
I was hoping he'd be dead.
He will be, if I can fucking hit him.
Actually, no, I don't think I can unless... Is that a bonus action? How do I spell words?
W-O-R-D-S.
Generally, with letters, generally.
Well done, Laurie.
I cannot do anything else because all my bonus action stuff are first level.
Okay, I've had a thought. Can I hit someone with my shield for damage as like a bonus action?
Yeah.
Like,
You can use it as an
I
offhand
think
weapon.
that's actually a feat.
I'm thinking Pathfinder and stuff. In D&D, I believe you're
Yeah,
right.
it'll be an improvised weapon.
I can still do it though.
I don't know if you can attack offhand with improvised weapons.
For now, I'm going to say no, just until I check the rules out. But I will check the rules out during the break. So,
Okay.
just for this fight, basically, you won't be able to.
Important information for me.
And for me, actually.
Yeah.
Actually,
With your
here's a
shields.
thought. Has the boat just continued floating very slowly, or is it just...
It's kind of
Staying
stopped
still.
where it was. Like,
Presumably
when
no one's actually on it.
when the Curatoan jumped off it, it stopped. Well, just before he jumped off it, it stopped. it very much just looks like it was approaching you as a distraction, and then it was anchored down to stop it from crashing into the shore while they weren't on it.
Why do fish people have a boat? They're fish people.
It is actually, this is actually covered in the lore in the campaign, and it's actually quite interesting, but you don't know.
Okay. Okay.
So, anything else, Cobalt?
Could be prisoners.
Sorry?
Anything else?
Anything else?
Are
I
you
can't do
within the
anything
bonus
else.
action? All right. Shushar. What was he saying?
So about the worshipping the father.
Oh,
They don't worship the
he
father.
is. Oh, and he is looking out towards the northeast of the map as he is now staring. We have, and that's his turn.
No.
Renlan.
Great.
I love
Move a
Shushar.
bit
I really
further
do.
forward, and I shoot at number 3.
Number 3. Okay. This one has been uninjured so far.
I'm not sure that's
hang
going to
on.
be high enough.
Yep.
You've got inspiration.
Yes, I do. 14.
Okay. That would have hit without the inspiration, but sure. Roll damage.
It doesn't matter. I
Yeah,
wanted to do
no,
it.
that's fair. That's fair. You're very inspired on this attack. I mean, this guy
9
was
force
attacking your
damage.
friend, Flynt.
I've just killed somebody. I'm inspired.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
You are sure a fan of murder.
Damn straight.
Sure, I'm a fan of murder. Renlan to Kuotoans. That's
Quotans.
2. There it is. 1 attack on Kamar. One on Eldif, actually. Just got a killing blow. That's a miss. 1 attack on Darendil. That's a hit. 1 attack on Topsy Turvy Female. That's a hit. This is just standard now, at least until the break. 1 attack on Flynt.
Big shit.
That's a hit. So
Plus 5 AC.
plus 5 AC. Oh, you're throwing your shield up again.
Shield.
I'm going to throw my shield up.
Okay, you bring your shield up, and again, the spear is unable to break through the newly formed
It'd be like almost like a sheet of rock suddenly appearing.
Yeah, fair enough. In which case, basically you reach down, and as the spear comes up, you actually reach up, and basically Earthbend style, a sheet of rock comes out the floor, crashing against the spear itself, and protecting you from the attack.
I'll be like, I guess swirling because it's plus 5 AC until my
It
next
is,
turn.
it is basically the ground itself is malleable, basically moving around you and protecting you. I just like earthbending. Like, to me, earthbending has always been very cool in
It is very
Artisan
cool.
style.
Yeah.
Of all the bends. I was just looking at their damage. I've already forgotten. 1d6 plus 1. They didn't hit anybody else, so I don't have to roll
Unless
this.
you want to be an airbender and then you're OP as shit.
Darendil takes 3 damage.
You're suffocated now. Ha!
Yep.
I'm flying
Sorry.
away. See ya.
And that is the only damage that's dealt that turn.
I mean, bloodbending. 'cause
Excuse
then
me,
you
I
don't-
dealt damage.
You don't get to do
On their
anything.
turn, I'm meaning.
Bloodbend.
Not this round,
then,
this turn.
Then, you've got no blood now.
Kamar, your turn.
Right.
Kamar,
So
the monitor is wobbling. Like, he is.
yeah, he's also got
Looking very
guiding
close.
lightning,
He's
right?
got guiding
Yep.
bolt,
So,
so
advantage on the
you've got
attack.
advantage if you smack him.
I give him a bit of a schmackaroo.
Okay.
Go, go, go.
So you've got advantage.
I shout some of the die, heathen scum. Yay! He did the die, demon scum.
Okay.
Don't forget to roll again.
Well, again,
Oh, of course, yeah, advantage.
I get a crit.
Yeah,
So, Mike.
Sadly not.
it's always worth checking just in case.
Yeah, just in case you get the crit.
Mike, how do you want to do this?
Yes. I'm guessing that means he's dead. So, in my rage, I reach forward and sort of half grab him with one hand. I pull him towards me and then smack him with the flail on the way past, making his head cave in with the sheer force of my blow.
And as he does so, the body collapses to the floor, the head barely visible, or barely recognizable now, collapses to the floor around you. You look around at the rest of the Kyoto,
for
and
minimum damage.
they
Yeah.
they look at each other, seemingly unsure what to do, but then turn around and all scream at once, "For the father! For the Demagogon!"
The Demagogu.
The goo-goos.
Oh god. Oh, okay.
Darendil.
Okay.
He
I
is
understood
going
that.
to.
I definitely understood what they said then.
He reaches for
Yeah,
Kyoto
Matt,
number
goddammit,
4.
knowing all the rules. All the enemies.
Unfortunately, Flynt doesn't speak Undercommon, so you didn't actually
Flint
hear
does.
that at all.
Flint does
We'll
speak Undercommon.
Undercommon.
Yeah,
We
we
all
all
speak
speak
why do I not-
Undercommon.
Why do I not have you down on my thing for that then?
I've got common.
Because we
dwarven,
all
and
speak Undercommon.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
don't have Draconic. I think you must have changed it at some point. Now I had Draconic for you for some reason.
We all independently of each other chose Undercommon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. I think you've changed
Wasn't
things since I
necessarily
took things off the
independently,
sheet.
Like both me and Matt, it made a lot of sense for us to have Undercommon.
Yeah, it makes sense for me too.
Darendil claws at Kyoto number 4. That's a hit. That's a hit. 7 and 8, so that's 15 damage to number 4. That is 15. He is still standing, although he basically he reaches in, grabs something like out the side. You're pretty sure the first attack actually brings some sort of organ out of it, whereas the second one just claws across the front, spilling bits out. Like this Kyoto is still standing, but having to hold things in, and you're fairly sure he's missing something that's probably going to mean he's not going to be alive for long, even if he survives this fight.
Kalima.
Flynt.
Okay. It worked okay last time. I'm going to go for Kyoto number 1 with green flame blades. Flame.
Oh, I see.
Hit number 4, assuming I hit it.
Double kill.
Roll your attack. That's a hit.
23. Okay, 4 damage to Kyoto number 1 and 2 damage to Kyoto number 4.
Number 1 should be dead, actually. Sorry. So, I don't know why he wasn't marked dead, but he should have been dead. Apparently, he's got no health, so that attack was on number 4, then shall we say?
Okay.
If you don't want to use the spell, you're
case,
more than welcome to.
in that case, I guess I'll go for a booming blade, because why the hell not?
This one does look very wounded for what it's worth, but either
Yeah.
way, the attack
throws
hits,
something away.
and the warpick slams in, actually just digging straight into the side of his skull, as he's already trying to hold his guts, and he just stands there for a second and then just falls, going limp, actually pulling on, adding weight to your warpick.
And then the booming blade goes off. Boom!
It is then Flynt to Jimjar. Jimjar shoots at number 8.
Well, no, that's not
The one
there's
that's
two
not
left,
that
isn't
number. That's cocked. That is 13.
there? Come on, at least hit something.
Wait, did you say
13,
number
that's
8?
a hit. So he
Hey.
does 3d6 plus 2 damage. 6, 8, 10 damage, which I think is going to get the kill there.
Wait, 3d6 plus 2?
Yeah.
For a hand crossbow?
Isn't a hand crossbow D4?
Crossbow bolt slams in.
Yeah.
Apparently not on this one. I think it's been upped in D&D 5th. Like it used to be in Pathfinder, but I think in this,
Right.
Because it's one of the weapons I've been thinking of getting for other characters before.
I think it's been upped in this. At least in the stats that I copied, unless I copied it wrong.
It's just
my
3d6,
one's-
considering a bow is 1d8.
My hand crossbow is 1d6 plus 1.
Oh, it is 1d6. Oh, I think it might be.
Like I think it's lower range,
Oh.
but it's
Yeah.
still quite nice damage.
Range is 31.
Either way,
I must be thinking something else.
the bolt flies into the creature's eye just as it kind of glances towards him, and you hear Jim Joss say, maybe this thing works after all." Topsy-turvy male. He's cowering. Rapido. He just starts to reach out of the hooked spear and starts attempting to drag the nearest corpse towards him.
Cannibal.
Stool cowers. Kyoto monitor. He shivers maybe a little.
Dead.
Uh,
Dead.
I know. He's still spasming. He's only just died.
Oh.
Topsy-turvy female kind of looks around, glances around, sees this one down here and the straight path to her brother, and jumps down, swinging at him with her warpick twice as she does so. And she hits twice. No, she hits once. Keep forgetting her actual attack modifier is kind of shite. But she's going to get the kill.
Nice.
Nice.
Job done.
So now that this is all out of the way, I think we can all agree on the important.
And as it gets
questions.
to Shushar's turn, company over there.
Son
And he
of a
points out
bitch.
onto the lake.
Onto the
So,
boat.
And with that, that seems like a good place to take a break.
Yep.
Fuck.
So we'll be right back,
Combat's
folks. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Do I level up?
Everyone gets
Their
one at
first one
4th.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because fighters get more. I think their first one is still at 4 though.
Are we ready to
Yeah.
carry on?
Yes.
Ha! We are back! Sorry for the long break, folks. That was a level up break as well. So that's why it took a little longer than normal.
There we go.
We are now all level 3.
Woo!
Madness. Who wants to be level 3?
For the folks at home, just to kind of keep you up to date with characters, I believe Renlan the warlock has got to level 3 and taken the Pact of the Tome.
That's the tome. More spells.
Cobalt. Do you get anything special as a cleric at level 3?
I get 2nd level spells.
In that case,
I don't think I get anything else.
clerics are a fairly I don't want to say generic class, but they're the most generic. Like they're the most.
Most of my stuff kicks off a little later.
Okay. Flynt, you what have you got at this level?
I've got an extra. I've got 2nd level spells, and I've got access to meta magic.
What?
Nice one. And Kamar, you've taken your oath of vengeance.
Oath of vengeance.
To swear vengeance against all evil creatures of the world.
Yes, all
So
blights upon the land.
So basically,
under
everything that's not human.
My God.
Basically true. So, as we
Anything
rejoin,
that's not human or acceptable.
as we rejoin our group, sorry, I actually realised I misspoke previously. Shushar is not pointing out in the ocean. Currently, Shushar is standing there very calmly whilst the net is draped over him as he looks out towards the northeast over the, or at least top right over the lake. You don't know compass directions there. What are you all doing?
I'm going to swim out towards the boat.
Okay.
That's the direction Shushar said they were, bear in mind.
I'm going to swim out towards the boat and
Okay.
make sure that I keep an eye out for anything that might be underwater.
You start moving into the water. Anybody else do anything?
But the boat's not
I'm
too
going
far
to
away.
get the net
It's not
off
too far away.
Shushar and Saren?
Kidding me?
Sarith?
Sarif's already got his off. He broke his off in the last round. just
I'll
got to
get it
everything.
off Shushar then.
Yep.
I will use.
Actually, I'll also just say to Stool that he's okay to move about for the time being, but
He doesn't
So
even need to be
stay-
told that. He just
stay low.
stays by your ankles. Like it's almost like you're tripping over him. Shushar just says, "Thank you, but we should focus on the company." As Flynt is now about halfway towards the original boat, you can see another one about the same size. You can very much recognise it as a boat, having seen the first one coming into view. This time you can actually see figures moving about on it. It doesn't look like it's just the one creature on it. Is anybody doing anything upon sighting this?
Do I see this while swimming towards this other boat?
Yeah, you're about halfway to the boat, like there, as you see this. You're like
assuming this
you are paddling on the water at this point. Like your feet aren't touching ground.
I'm assuming this is out of range for me and Kamar to actually see still. 40 feet of light.
Sure, actually, yeah, it is. So Flynt, you actually see this first technically, but
Somewhat oblivious to this, I do 5 charges of lay on hands on myself.
so heal 5.
I'm up to 24.
Okay, so one of us is swimming to the boat.
And you can see in the distance another boat appearing.
Wait, where?
Top
Northeast.
right. Please listen.
Sorry, Skype decided to completely reset where my camera was, so...
Sorry. Well, yeah, in that case, there is another boat coming just on the edge of your vision. You can make out that this one is basically looks almost similar to the one that you've seen, and this one actually has figures moving about on it.
Can I try and hide behind the boat?
You can. Roll a stealth check.
These figures, are they like
okay.
the same size as the other ones, or they noticeably different, or just can't tell?
Right now, they're on the edge of your vision. You can't quite make out. Like you can see the boat, you can see the figures on there, but you can't make out specifics. Bear in
8.
mind, 8. Okay. You move up to the
I'm
boat
stealthy.
and kind of grab onto it, but half swimming as well. Like you're pretty sure you're hidden, but to keep to the surface, you're kicking your feet and you're making a lot of splashes that you're not quite noticing you're making. Everybody else can see this though.
Goddamn stealthy.
At this point, the boat has
I'll say
reached
to-
the light's edge as well, and
I'll say to Shushar, please try and stop them from attacking this time. You said you could do something here, please.
I did not. At which point, Renlan, you can now see there are Kyotones moving about on the boat. At which point, you can see one has moved to the front of the boat and is staring at you all and says, "Oh, who are you all? Why are there my dead kin by your feet?"
Could you put the other boat on there as well, so I can test out range? Let me. Oh, for Christ's sake!
What's worse than one aboleth? 2 aboleths.
We need at least 5 aboleths.
Aboleths? Aboli?
Aboloshians.
Is anybody doing anything?
At least 5 Ebola.
I'll shout. They
Nope.
attacked us. We had no choice but to fight back.
Are they
We
mother
know how
or
to
father?
just admit Sorry, what did he say?
Are they mother or father?
They mother or father?
Well,
I
they
make an
wanted to
insight
sacrifice
check?
us for the
I
father,
make
if
an insight
that's
check.
what you mean.
Like,
Did I?
Then they are good kills, and you are allies of the Sea Mother. At which point the boat is now about to. You can see it's basically about to hit the shore and dock, or anchor out just up shore.
They called us allies, didn't they?
Yep.
yes, he said they were good kills, so presumably we were, as far as he's concerned, they're just useless. Like, he's no problem with us killing them.
That's good news.
As
Maybe.
as they can get closer, you're not sure. Like, these boats don't look difficult to manage or to sail, but you can see the figures on the boat are basically running all around. There's about 10 of them maybe, and they're literally moving constantly all around the boat, like running around the boat consistently. Except for the one on the till, who is very much kind of ducking side to side, like constantly moving.
On the till.
Yeah. Till? Is that tiller?
Tiller.
On the tiller,
The tiller,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm not a boatsman.
Wait, question. My Oath of Vengeance channel divinity abilities, do they take spell slots or anything?
If they say they do, they do.
They
If
use your channel divinity, which
Yeah,
is a
you-
separate thing.
It's
What
something
is
you
that?
got that second level for paladin.
Oh,
So,
okay. I don't think I did, but okay.
I think it's you can use it
you
once
get it
and
at
then you get a
third
short
level.
rest. Is it third level you got it?
that's
no,
when
there you go,
it's
right there.
listed. It's listed just after his sacred oath. so
Oh,
it's
right, no,
third
yeah,
level.
it's right after Sacred Oath, so you get it at 3rd level. But yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
So is anybody doing anything?
Sorry, just to answer Mike, you can use it once before you need to have a short or long rest.
Yep, so once per rest. Okay.
And any DC goes off your spell save DC. Your
Cool.
paladin spell save DC.
The one that's totally great. Cool.
Seeing as I'm here anyways, I'm going to climb up onto the boat, like the
Okay.
boat that I'm by, not
Make
their
an
boat.
athletics check. This is a mix of swimming and climbing. Like, if the boat's on the shore, it won't be a difficult job, but since you're in the water, you've kind of got to pull yourself up. It's an awkward situation.
Okay. 14.
You manage to pull yourself up. You look around. This is actually a fairly. Now you're actually in it. You can see this is actually quite a decent boat. Like, this is not a shoddy piece of work, so to speak. Like, whoever made this knows what they're doing. However, you have no clue how you would set this about. Like, you could pull the anchor up, but you're not really sure how to make it go one way or the other, or
Okay.
you just don't know.
Just for once we've got this all sorted, out of interest, is there anything that looks like it could be a hold?
There is no hold, so to speak, but there are a few crates, well, not crates, a few nets lined up on one side, although they're all empty. They look almost like fishing nets, more so than the nets they were using on you guys.
So there's nothing. Doesn't look like there's anything particularly useful in the boat at all.
As far as
Other
you
than
can
the
tell.
boat itself.
Not in the brief glance you're getting right now, assuming that you're also paying attention to what else is happening.
Yeah. I'll have a proper look in a minute.
Whilst this is happening, the new boat has now shored, and the Kyotones are starting to move off it. There is 9 of them, one of which looks, 2 of which are unarmed, similar to the leader of the last fight. One of which is adorned in various much more impressive looking clothing. He's not got a description in here.
To point out that now I know level 2 spells, there's a lot of really good ones.
He is wearing greenish, almost kelp-like robes, and wields a bone a staff carved into bone that ends with a fish head at the top. As he stomps it along, as he moves towards you, a quickened pace. In fact, all these Kuotoan are walking towards you quite quickly. Spears at the ready, but not aimed at you. Most of the Kuotoans kind of stop as they get about 10 feet away from Shushar and Renlan. However, the one that was speaking, the old man-y looking one with the staff and the decent robes, carries on moving, walks right up to Shushar, looks him up and down, steps to the side, starts walking. He doesn't stop moving at all this entire time. Even the ones that have stopped 10 feet away, they are shifting on their feet, they're swapping places, they're moving.
I can see where all of Shushar's energy went.
At which point
walked in on the annual dance.
The man with the staff, or the Kuotoan with the staff, then looks down at the corpses, studies them for a second, still completely filled with energy, moving around, and then looks back up and says, "So you have killed our enemy, but keep company of the heretic. Allies or enemies? What are you?"
Sorry.
At which point Shushar says, "I am." No. At which point he is immediately interrupted again and goes, "And you would keep companionship of this one, though he has forsaken our goddess."
I'm just saying, all of these words are Kamar's trigger. I'm just saying, somebody sort the situation. These are all my trigger.
Say,
friend or foe, help or hindrance. And he's at this point he's actually moved past Shushar as he's moving through you guys, basically walking by you.
I'll say we are friends. We simply just wish to travel. We were captured by the drow. We wish to return to the surface, to our own towns and cities.
At this point, he steps up to Cobalt, looks up into your face, steps around you, bends over to look down at stool, carries on walking circles around you as he talks to you and says, "And what is this thing? A creature, a man of stone. This is a fine construct, but not a being to negotiate with. Who would speak? Are you friend or are you foe?"
All we know of this one, pointing to Shushar, is his name is Shushar. That's all we know of him. We have no intention of any fighting or aggression.
But I am your companion. We are allies, friends.
I couldn't if he said companion or camp onion.
At which point the priestly one moves around, steps back now towards Renlan, now moving up to you, walking right up into your face, looking at you, walking a circle around you and going, you know nothing of him, but you keep him by your side. In these caverns that is dangerous. Looking around, though, you seem an odd sort.
These caverns themselves are dangerous.
Dwarf.
For all I know, we need to keep as many allies by our side as we can.
But who?
We don't wish to offend you if he's in fact some sort of traitor to you.
So you would allow the sacrifice of the heretic, should it be asked? Still walking circles around you. Shushar at this point says, please, I am here to offer my guidance to our people. The one you're talking to, though, just doesn't seem to listen to Shushar.
I cannot allow you to sacrifice him. He is our companion. He guided us here.
Then another offer of friendship. You will help us with a problem.
That sounds much better.
Certainly. However, as long as we can continue on our way afterwards, ideally with a boat of some sort.
You will, and he moves up to you now again, starting to walk around you. The Stone One speaks well. You will do this job for us. We will reward you with boat and supplies. We are kind. We are generous. Kuotoan are a good friend to have. So he then says, I am
I like what this guy's saying.
He then says, I am Plubin, Archpriest of the Sea Mother.
So he said
pronounce
he's
that.
Hang on, Beanie. At least try. I want to hear you say this properly.
Blibdorf poop.
Blip
Poop.
Blimp poop?
Can I get that typed
Sorry.
in chat, please?
I'll type that in the thing so people at home can see it as
Pimple
well. Blib.
Simple goop?
I actually have to look at the book.
Sorry, this is his name.
Rimple swoop.
This is his. This is Sea Mother that he says is Blibdorf poop. Poop.
poop.
Like that's
Blimp
all the
poop,
Kuotone words. That's just one Kuotone word. They're fucking annoying.
And what was
Anyway.
his name?
His name was Plupuplin.
You type that one.
Probably. You're making this up as you go along,
I'm
aren't you?
really not. Trust me, if I was making up as I was going along, I'd make
Yeah,
it
you know
much
what? I
easier
can
than
make
this.
up. I can make up the Kuotoan words.
Plupin.
Blibdulv ploop. Blibdulv
He answers
ploop.
my prayers by delivering you. Help
There we
us,
go. I just made
and
up
you
a
will be
name.
rewarded for your service.
Blip bloop 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 bloop.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Bibbidi bobbidi boopy.
I can
So
learn
is-
their language
so is
now.
Is anybody actually saying anything here? Actual
Um,
back to the game.
I'm gonna.
What was the last thing he said? I'm sorry, I was very.
I'm sorry, but if you weren't paying attention, you weren't paying attention.
I
will
wasn't
help
paying
them-
attention.
We will
God
help
damn it,
them with
guys.
a problem in returns for supplies and a boat to the surface.
I was writing down in my notebook.
In that case, for Phil's sake, since he was actually playing the game and not being annoying, she answers my prayers by delivering you. Help us, and you'll be rewarded for your service.
I'm purposely keeping away from the conversation.
I'll
That
say.
sounds like a good deal, friend. And I just bow to him. Is that what do you need from
So-
us?
And Shusha will
Oh,
remain
wait.
unharmed.
At which point, all the rest of the Kuotones start to move in as well.
That's
and,
what he's already said.
start to move around you all and such in a similar manner to this man, like inspecting you, getting very close and like uncomfortably close into your personal space, but they don't seem hostile in it. They just seem to be curious, energetic. You're not sure, a kind of combination of the two.
Are they coming close to me?
They are. They're going around the entire party.
In that case, I tell them to back off, stinking beast.
Roll intimidate.
Well,
What the fuck is my intimidate stat?
Charisma somewhere.
Oh, wait.
I'm
oh
just-
yeah, I have that.
it's just a
Say,
good
I'd be
thing. I've
surprised if you
I've got
didn't
you
take
guys.
intimidate.
To note as well at this point, Darendil is breathing very heavily and is still not looking quite himself. Like he is
Six-
basically
Darendil.
bent down, staring at the floor, claws reaching down, like breathing heavily, almost growling and rasping.
I kind of just. I don't get too close to him, but I also just speak quietly, just trying. It's okay, the fight is over.
Roll persuasion.
The fight is on. And I got 16 on intimidation.
The Kuotone that approaches you, kind of just looks at you from a bit of a distance, and then backs off and carries around the rest of the group. Like,
Of course.
the rest of them seem to keep a distance away from you. The leader does say, "And that one, he won't be any trouble," indicating at Kamar.
14
I
persuasion.
mean, deception check?
Darendil lets out a breath that's much more breathy than growly, and finally, he stands up tall. "Oh my! I seem to have taken a few wounds in the last kerfuffle. Oh, we have company."
Also
I just
frightfully
can't.
British.
I just kind of smile at him and say, "If it becomes too much to bear, I can heal you. Though, given I only have one spell for the day, I would prefer to keep it for an emergency."
Well, I do hate to be a bother, but it does tend to hurt whenever I do anything.
It tends to hurt when I...
Bleed.
I just
when
say, no. You fought admirably there, friend, and I'll cure wounds him.
Okay. How much do you hit him for? How much is that, Phil?
I'm just trying to
sorry.
find out what I'm rolling for that, 'cause
It's a
Like,
D8
never
plus
rolled
your
this.
wisdom modifier
is it just
per
a
level.
D8?
Per level.
Well,
So
I'm only
yeah,
at
you won.
first level still,
So
so
1d8 plus yeah.
4.
That
Nice.
puts him in double digits.
For what it's
I-
worth,
As a few of his
Marginally
wounds
better.
start to heal over, he's still
Worth
looking very
being-
injured.
it doesn't have any effect on undead or constructs.
It affects him.
Good.
So,
Okay,
I'm out of
I
spell
think
slots.
it'd probably be a good idea if I got off of this boat, considering that stuff seems to be going on and we know these guys aren't hostile now. So
Yeah.
I'm going to climb down off the boat and make my way back to shore.
okay. You make your way back to shore. The Kyoto again, as you approach, some of them actually move out into the water to swim around you and get close and actually investigate you. And as I say, they're just constantly moving, constantly investigating.
It's not
In
wait
fact,
until after about
one of them does a loop around you and then moves immediately to the boat that you were just on and climbs up onto it. Starts walking around that.
So, Plupeen. I think that was
Not easy,
what
is
you
it?
said.
What?
I think that's what you said.
Plupleen.
Asked if
Pluploop.
Kamar was going to be a problem, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll say
I'm just sitting here snarling at all the people looking at me.
I'll say he angers easy. So if you, as long as you have,
You understand?
no-
We murdered a dude.
as long as you have no ill intent, I am sure he'll cause you no harm.
Taking a
that
moment
right?
to survey the
I'll give him a very
situation.
pointed look and say, "Isn't that right, Kamar?"
Taking a moment to survey the situation, considering the fact that they've offered us passage, and considering they're not being hostile, I will look around, snort, and then nod reluctantly, and like, yes.
We'll direct that anger
Like a
towards
sword.
something else later.
In that case, Plupleen says, anger, that can be used. Yes, you will help me then.
This is the game of very stupid names.
Of course. What do you
I
need,
think
friend?
it's more just
Plupeen.
this race.
You will... You will act as bait in a plan in which we will
great.
kill my daughter. Yes.
I noticeably
I just
start
can't-
frowning when he says
Right,
this.
so
I
it's
was
like
just gonna-
plan,
Sorry,
great,
kill-
great.
kill your
Pl-
daughter.
Sacrifice.
Yes.
Great.
Why are you killing your daughter?
Because she has led my people astray. She takes command. She is under the command of the great father, the Dimugugan.
The demon.
Demugugan.
If you want to roll knowledge religion, you can do here.
Please.
Oh, I'm
I'm
waiting
sorry.
to
This is
roll
how they
something.
speak.
Is this something
No.
we can roll? Is
Who's the
this something we can roll on
Demugugan?
trade?
This is actually how it's like. This is actually a word that they have actively rewrote. It like they have actually rewrote it as Dimugugan.
It's the
Dimugugan.
fact that
Is this something we can roll untrained?
Yep.
You can roll everything.
I will be
trained.
doing.
This is actually.
14.
You can also roll this as arcane if you want as well. Arcane works this one.
Also
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Nope, definitely religion.
Hey, 14.
20 religion.
Funny. So, what do you get right?
9.
Sorry.
So, Cobalt, you recognise this name. Well, you actually recognise that this is very close to a name you recognise. You recognise the actual name as Demogorgon, the Prince
Yeah.
of Demons.
Called it.
He
Sorry,
is
what did you say?
What's
I
that?
was busy screaming.
Demogorgon, the Prince of Demons, one of the greatest fiends in existence.
I know what this is, but that's only because I've watched Stranger Things.
Yeah, they didn't do it
It's been
justice.
in
Do you
D&D.
cast fireball or do you run?
Wait, the Demogorgons and Stranger Things? Damn it,
Yeah.
I've not seen that
Yeah,
far
they play
yet.
D&D in that.
It's in the very first part of the very first episode.
They also they
Oh,
also refer to
right.
the monster throughout the series as the Demogorgon, because they've not got any other name for it. So, you
So I'm just. So I know that. I'm just kind of gonna go. Sorry, you said Demogorgon.
yes,
Demogorgon.
demon prince,
Oh,
abomination to the sea mother.
oh,
Oh! Okay.
you want us to be bait for?
Yes,
Ah.
I just like
why
being
is your
used as-
daughter- I like to think Cobalt is actually a little high pitched at this point. Legit.
like the gears are grinding in his throat now.
Why does your daughter worship a demon prince?
I do
And
not
I'm assuming
know.
these ones here as well, gesturing to the dead guys.
Yeah, can we get rid of the dead guys, by the way?
Go for it. You can delete
No.
him. He says,
I,
she was faithful to the mother, but one day she just stopped, created a new temple, gained followers, built the temple. Now many worship the father, when the mother should be the one on top.
And actually, can I make a religion check on the
Mother?
mother?
Go for it.
Bleep, bleep, yeah, that one.
Blibdul poop.
Yeah, that one.
These things are
Damn
funny
it,
names.
Mike. My mind was clean until you started laughing.
Can I do this very specifically? Like, does that remind me of any other demons or anything?
Yeah, go for it.
Nat 20 for 22.
Was that your second? No, wait, it was 18.
No, that's my
Damn.
first nat 20 of the night.
I had one right at the beginning of the game.
So
That's probably why I was getting all those single-digit rolls.
You know, the Sea Mother is not a kind deity by any means of the word. But she is not.
She's not.
She's not a demon. Yes, she is the. The Kuratoans worship her as the savior of their kind. They believe she was the one that freed them from their slavery to the Illithid. And as such, they worship her and pay her honors, whether that be through various treasures, various offerings of fish and other catches, through hunting or foraging. Sometimes some of the darker versions do sacrifice to her. She isn't, as I say, by any means, she's not a nice deity, but she is nicer than a demon, or she is the better of the two. She's the greater of the two.
She's the lesser of the two evils.
That's it. That's what I was meaning to say.
Yeah.
Which works out nicely for our new paladin. Our paladin's new oath.
Let's be honest, it was a thin excuse at the best of times.
So, what you guys? Does anyone want to say anything or ask anything?
So, from my character's logic right now, I've gone through a roller coaster of emotion right here, because first I've gone like, oh god, there's more fish people turning up, must murder. Then like, no, these ones are peaceful. Oh good, now they're sniffing me. Like, you're gonna be nice, aren't you? And then demon.
To be fair, you've not been told any of the
between those two,
information.
there was
Cobalt's not said
being
anything.
offered as bait
Yeah, see?
first.
No, you said Demon Prince.
be
You
fair-
did. Never mind.
No, he did say Prince of Demons though.
You're right. Yeah. So yeah, it has been
So I
mentioned.
specifically but after I made the check, I was like, I want to make sure I was understanding.
So yeah, so far all Kamar knows about it is that they're opposing the demon threat, effectively.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to say, is it not would it not make more sense to try and talk to your daughter, find why she turned to this path?
No, she must be killed.
I just love that logic. Like, shouldn't you, like, ground her or something before you jump straight to murder? No, we should kill her.
Kind of like find out why people are suddenly worshipping a demon.
The mother demands her death. Sloopadoop must be returned to the mother's grasp.
I accept your offer.
Good, this one is smart.
Just remember his.
I
offer was
noticeably
recently
go.
made.
Clearly just accepting the compliment way too far. Renlan smiles.
We shall
Bear in
offer.
mind his offer was make us bait.
We shall offer you as sacrifices to them. Then, before they kill you, you and us shall attack. Get close.
Can I insight check this?
Yeah, go for it.
I guess I'll
like,
attempt to
Wait,
as well.
it's like we promised we would sacrifice you, but we're going to sacrifice you.
Ah, shit.
Straight D20. Oh, nice. +2. Ooh.
You know what? They've been
Yeah,
fine
sure,
so far. I'm sure it'll be okay.
God fucking damn it with these rolls.
Yeah, join the club, Mike.
So
I've burnt an inspiration on it as well, so I'm on 11.
Mike's on
Tell you
7.
what, fuck it. Can I use 2 inspiration dice or just 1 at a time?
One at a time.
One at a time.
Ah,
please.
never mind then.
Uh,
So yeah, I failed as well.
in that case, both of you, you get the opinion that he is very much Like, he wants his daughter dead. Like, he will. You trust him.
Really?
He believes in this plan. He believes this plan will work. He tells you that that they will attack before you are killed, and in your mind it makes sense. Yes, you would be an extra attack force. Like, here, you would be up next to them. You'd be near the front of the fray, so to speak. So you'd be able to attack and such. You take him for his word.
This is encouraging. The fact we got that information on a failed roll is encouraging.
It's not necessarily a failed roll, bear in mind.
I was gonna say, you don't know what he rolled.
Yeah. You failed.
It's also,
or...
he doesn't necessarily... Like,
Yeah,
if
he's
he's
not...
just being completely upfront, it's
Yeah.
a case of, we've got nothing to beat, necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's fine. I dislike being treated as bait. Especially to fish people. It's a dreadful irony.
I kind of say, could we perhaps leave it a day then, allow our party to rest and recover from the fight we've just had? We would be a better fighting force then.
I will smite evil wherever it stands, but I would like to take a nap first.
Then we will sleep on the boats. We must get to Sloopkatoop soon as we can. We will slow the ride so that you may sleep and rest, but we will still sail. We'll take both boats for the room. At which point, a few of the other Kotones now move on to the other boat, whilst the rest of the force move back to the original boat they were on.
Wait, did every single one of the Kiritones from the first boat try to attack us?
From the
Yes.
first boat, yes.
Yeah.
Even the one that was on the tiller jumped off and swam to attack random.
That's just poor battle planning.
They
Never
did
leave the
have
boat
range,
unguarded.
bear in mind.
They
I'm just saying.
they didn't really have much use for the boat if they all died, to be fair.
Yeah, if they're all dead, it doesn't matter.
So, are you guys doing anything else here? You want to talk, ask any questions?
I'll just kind of
I
ask the
have a
NPCs how they feel about this.
yeah. I would have a separate conversation with Topsy and Turvy.
So you're
after
actually
this.
moving them aside out of this and like trying to get.
Once we're done with this particular conversation, we start moving. It'll probably be a case of sort of speaking to them towards the back of the group.
As you ask this, the first to reply is Eldif, who says, I'll trust all your judgment. You've not led us astray so far. Well, technically
That's
you
not
haven't
relevant.
actually. Like, she survived
I
this
know,
long because she's been with
that's
me.
why it's funny.
Yeah.
It's blind luck.
However, I'd warn caution. This is not a situation to be taken lightly. But we
Nor
need
would
supplies. We need a boat.
Nor would I expect us to go in without caution.
At which point, Jim Joss
I will
says,
say.
and I'd like to see how this works out personally. Like, I'm thinking that maybe either we all end up dead when everything goes wrong, the plan fails, or the priest guy betrays us and plans a killing blow, or just lets us be sacrificed before enacting his plan, which kind of makes a wager kind of pointless. But 10 gold says we all end up dead. Anybody?
I think you talk
take
too
that.
much.
I'll
beat me
take
to
that
it.
action.
Well,
It's-
You'll owe me
There's
in the
no
afterlife.
downside.
Just know I always collect my debts. Even death can't keep me away from me what I'm owed. The
Oh god, he's a revenant.
twins
Goddamn glitches.
kind of look a
In
little
fact,
awkward
I
and
even kind of, after a little bit, I even pull out 10 gold and I go, here you go, I'm paying in just in case.
and he takes it. Why?
So
Very,
you'll owe
very
me
nice of
20
you.
gold when I win.
That seems fair.
So what? Now you're a money lender. Well,
No.
you're
No,
loan
the
shark
Shite
now.
idea
your
is,
bank.
if we all die, I actually can't pay him.
Yeah, no, that's
When he
actually
wins.
that's a good logic.
So the point is, I'm paying him now for in case he does win.
Well, my one contribution to this conversation is, at the first sight of treachery, we strike them down.
At which point, I'll say Eldeth. She
Wasn't a question.
She says, "Yeah, that makes sense to me. I'd say striking them down and treachery. That's good. That's good."
For the record, wasn't a question. It's a fact. This is happening.
Pepito,
You guys are have real trust issues.
Bubido says,
You're so intense.
this ritual was supposed to be bait for. This could actually be interesting. I'd like to see it. I'd like to go close, see the fish people's town for what it is. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm curious. I'd be up for this. I'd be good for going for this plan. The twins are muttering to themselves, and Shushar says is actually nodding fairly rapidly for him, which is still very slowly, and saying, "Yes, we must bring my people enlightenment. We must go there."
Can I kind of
Renlan
quietly?
says,
I just
Renlan
also
says
want.
they're offering us everything we need, and all we have to do is kill somebody.
I mean, they're also asking us to be bait.
Well, if you can protect yourself, what's the issue?
What's this yourself thing? You're coming too.
That's right, but I can protect myself.
Mm-mm.
Can I just I want to go up to Shushar and just very, very quietly just kind of say, why do they call you a heretic then? Who do you worship?
I worship no one being. I follow a new way. My mind is free.
Hippie, gotcha.
You do not follow the Demigorgon, then,
Oh,
or any of his ilk.
Demogorgon is a great evil. I
like
would
the
never.
idea. I like the idea, he goes, I don't worship any one being, because the Demigorgon has several heads.
So I don't worship anyone.
Technically, like
being.
5
I mean, have you
beings.
seen how many demons there are?
I don't worship any one being. Praise be to
Anything-
the hive mind.
Are you asking anything else, Cobalt?
We are legion.
No.
In that case, I think that conversation wraps up, and Flynt, you kind of managed to get a second alone with the twins. What are you saying?
I noticed something when we were under attack then. What manner of magic is it that you have that allows you to so easily deflect those attacks?
Turvy kind of looks almost a little panicked at his sister and kind of backs up away from you. Very obviously scared. Topsy,
I'm not trying to be
sister.
threatening, by the way. I'm just inquisitive.
I know, this just immediately you mentioning this seems to panic him for some reason. She
Oh.
looks at you and says, "What? No, we're just very we're just very nimble. Very hard to hit us little gnomes. Did you see Jim Jar take a hit in the fight? No, we're just very quick. I just dodged the attacks, that's all."
I did see you get hit several times.
I'm good at dodging with the attack, right? It hits. I move to the side. It's a dodge.
No, we're not wizards. Shut
Do I
up, you're a
believe
wizard.
her?
Roll insight.
Probably not.
I'm not a demon, you're a
Probably
demon.
not. I probably do believe her, rather.
Yeah, you take it for a word. Like, you actually start thinking back and think, actually, yeah, those attacks, maybe they could. Like, in the heat of battle, maybe it looked like she was getting hit and it was the panic of, oh no, that's an ally going down, kind of putting that in your mind. But thinking back, yeah, she was twisting her hips, she was moving back. Yeah, no, she was just dodging. She was just very skilled at dodging. Like, some of the best dodging you've seen.
She was letting her she was so light that when she was getting stabbed, she was just jumping and the spears were just pushing her back instead.
No, it was more a case of she
fine.
was basically moving her body in a way that whenever the spear hit her, she was moving away from the spear, so that it got to at the end of its point, and then she moved back. Like that's the way you remember it now. Like yeah, that
Seems
happened.
legit.
That was the
Seems legit.
situation.
Cool.
Anything else?
My mind is being put completely at ease.
She says, "Good, yeah.
No, my mind's being put completely at ease. I'm just taking her for a word.
We don't like being taken anywhere and put in any position where we're bait or might be sacrificed. So, I don't think we're gonna come with you. I don't think we want to come this way."
If you leave now, if it's just the two of you, considering how dangerous it is down here, do you think there's a chance you might not? How far do you think you'll be able to make it? How far do you need to go?
I don't know. She kind of looks over at her brother. Says, "I just want to keep Turvy safe. We'll find somewhere. I don't have anywhere to go, but I don't want to go. I know I don't want to go there. Not this way."
Surely the safest thing for both of you would be if we stay as a group.
Roll persuasion.
Come on, mate, you can do this.
I hope I can.
Roll to keep two of the most
Unfortunately,
powerful
role
members
play,
of your
which means I
party
don't give a
with you.
fuck.
19.
Not bad.
She seems to think for a second and says, if this happens, if that fish betrays us, keep us safe? Will you promise you'll try to keep us safe?
I'll do everything in my power to keep you both safe. I promise.
Is that a legitimate promise, or is that a...
Yeah, no, it's a legitimate promise.
In that case, she...
Why would I say something like that and lie to them? What sort of
I
terrible
know. I
person do you
was
think
just
you
gonna... If it was a lie, it was gonna be a deception roll. If not, what you just said is basically enough to cover for the roll. So I was just double checking. She looks at you and says, "Then we'll come with you. Just know, if whatever decisions you all make brings harm to my brother, I will not hesitate." And she kind of stops the thought there, and you can tell she is very much struggling with her decisions right now. Like, it's rock hard place, not really So she just turns back to her brother and is basically calming him, and they start moving off towards the boat that is docked on the shore.
I understand what she's saying. It's basically, if any harm comes to him, she's going to gut us all.
Basically, yeah. Like, if you what she basically said, the drift of what she said is, if you kill her brother or get him killed, she won't forgive you.
Right.
So,
try to avoid that.
It's fair.
you were all. Anybody else doing anything before you're getting on the boat? Before you're resting?
Nope.
Okay. The on the boats you kind of split up into two halves just so you can fit on the boats. Bearing in mind, each boat is crewed by about half the Kuotoans, all of which, again, beyond the person on the tiller, are moving around, constantly moving, like walking from one side of the boat to the other. This not only makes it fairly uncomfortable that you have to basically be dodging Kuotoans consistently, it also means the boat is constantly rocking, and any of you with any sort of frailty, like that might even be close to having seasickness, it is just worsened by this. Like, the boat just does not stop rocking the entire time.
So we're going to get a proper rest.
They are good for their word though, and after about 2 hours, they set anchor, and you are told that this is where we will wait for 8 hours whilst you sleep, whilst you regain your power.
I would have asked them how long it takes to reach our destination. If they said 2 hours, I would have done my ritual to summon my Book of Shadows.
That's fine. You can do that during that time.
Okay, cool.
As you were doing this,
Nice.
you constantly throughout the ritual have these Kuotoans like moving up, getting in your personal space, trying to figure out what you're doing. Like, you've basically drawn a chalk circle on the boat. Like, a few times, it actually takes you longer to do this ritual than you'd expect, just because several times a Kuotoan moves up, steps in your circle, rubs up, like the foot rubbing off a bit of the chalk, and you have to redo everything. It's a very annoying situation to be in. Eventually, you manage to convince them, we'll say, to stop stepping on your stuff, stop getting in your way, and just through the help of Plupopine, who seems to be wanting you at your fullest power, you're able to get this ritual off eventually without any disturbance from these Kuotoans. But it does take you a while. Like, it's very annoying. It's kids trying to find out what you're doing, like asking you constantly, "What you doing?"
I think it'd be easier if we just called him Ploop. Things be easier.
Plupopine.
Wouldn't make it any less funny.
So, you were all with the boats anchored. You're basically looking out. All that there is around you is water, like very calm, very still water. Like, there is just darkness beyond that. This is a very eerie situation to be in. In a few situations, you actually, at first, you almost think you're out under the night sky again as you see slight lights in the roof, although you eventually realise that they are probably more so some glowing fungus or other underground phenomenon or something, just shedding little bits of light that make it almost look like a rare star on the rooftop. You settle in for the night. I'm guessing that are you setting up a watch, or are you just trusting the Kuotoan to their word?
Where are we sleeping?
On the boat. Like, there's no roofed area. There's nothing. You just it's basically a raft with walls and a tiller. It's like a large rowboat.
Renlan at least trusts them in the fact that they've seen what we've done, and they realise that they actually need creatures of our power to actually do what they want. So they wouldn't, if they're going to betray us, it certainly isn't going to be now. It's going to be after we've done what they want. So Renlan's going to take a good night's sleep.
For the sake of, it'll be tomorrow that we find out if once we're certain that everything's going to be going okay. I'm going to keep watch tonight.
Okay.
I'll also keep as much watch as I can while still getting my rest.
How long are you going to keep watch for? Bearing in mind they said they'd anchor for 8 hours.
Yeah,
they want to be back as soon as possible.
How does what would you say in regards to sorcerer spell recharge? Would you need the full sort of 8 hours rest in order to get the?
You'd need 6 hours sleep plus your 2 hours, which we say is allowed for the rest. I would say if it's undisturbed, you would get the spells back after the 8 hours, I'll say, but you don't gain the health, and you do have the chance of gaining a level of exhaustion. In fact, you would just gain a level of exhaustion.
I know Flynt though, so I would actually be saying I'll keep an eye out as much as I can.
So that covers 6 hours.
Because I can.
You can do 4 hours. Flynt can do 2.
Rest as him. Sorry.
So you can do 4 hours. Flynt can do 2 for free, basically. So
I do also mention that. I also remind him that I am still aware even while I am resting.
Does that ease Flynt's mind at all? Do you get your?
Yeah. This is more keeping watch because I've promised the Topsy and Turvy would.
Okay, fair enough.
And I also just ask Eldith if she wouldn't mind just keeping. I don't call it a watch, but just keep an eye out.
For what it's worth, I think considering this situation, I would imagine that Flynt made an effort to be on the same boat as Topsy and Turvy. Cobalt probably made an effort to be on the same boat as Flynt, along with Stool.
Yes.
So in this situation, most of the other ones are probably including Eldith, are on the other boat.
Right.
So you don't really get the chance to. You can't speak quietly to her at least, without going from this boat to the other boat, which would be a bit of a pain. And you don't know what's in the water. Calm, but foreboding.
I find a hammock and take a sleep.
There is no hammock. You're just lying on the wooden floor.
I wish I had a hammock and have a sleep.
I asked Turvy then. Turvy's the female?
Topsy is the female.
Topsy. I asked Topsy if she's okay to just keep an eye out for those 2 hours. That I am more aware of things than most while I'm sleeping. So
she nods and says,
if she just says my name, I should be able to.
She just nods and says, "You promised to keep us safe. I'll do my best to keep you safe."
I say, certainly. I've done my best with this one here, and I kind of gently put a hand on Stool. I aim to keep everyone here safe and alive to the best of my abilities.
As this is happening, Kamar, you are kind of finding a place as far away from the fish people's typical walk patterns, although it's difficult, as possible to find a place to sleep, when Eldith steps over to you and says, in common, wait for that to, says in common, can I have a quick word, Kamar? I have a favour to ask of you, if possible.
I rouse from my near slumber and, if I must.
You seem at least to be one of a righteous faith, if not one with temper, but you seem at least focused in the right direction. So I was hoping she just kind of look over her shoulders, this looking watching the curtain, not as if to see if they're watching her or listening in, but more of a just glancing at them, that and taking in what's happening.
Thought somehow.
Yeah. as if they're part of a thought process or something. And she says, I'm not convinced all of us will be getting out of here alive. And I don't... Of all the people here, I don't envy my chances more than any other. So, but I would at least wish for me kin to know of my fate should I fall. I would ask that should I fall whilst in your companionship, you would return my mace and shield to my kin.
Okay. I take a. Is she handing them to me, or
No. She's saying
like,
if she falls.
Okay, right.
Like, you do know, like, I will say this is a like being from a temple like thing. You have dealt with dwarves before. You do actually know this is a very
yeah.
proud people.
Dwarves are one of the few people I'm not tremendously racist about.
Like
I say, they're the okay people.
Yeah,
they're like tiny humans.
They are very.
They are almost human.
They are stout humans.
So, this isn't at all like a surprising request, but what do you say?
Take one look up and down, and I say, if you would fall in righteous battle, your exploits would be known across the land as the person who died in the service of smiting evil. Because I have no chill.
I don't care much about across the land, but as long as my kin know, that's all I. If I have your word, that'll put some ease in my mind at least. Thank you.
I sort of lean back to try and get back to sleep, and as doing so, half sleepily say, "Consider it done," and try to go back to sleep.
She lets you go at that point and walks off. Similarly, Renlan, shortly after your ritual's done, towards the end of the ritual, you do notice you're being watched by Pepido, the Darrow, the little grey-skinned, white-haired, gnomish creature. He lets you perform the ritual without interruption, but then as it finishes, you are holding the tome in your hand, the blackened book that almost seems to emanate smoke. He approaches, says, "So that's a fancy ritual there. What's that do? What's the book? What is that all about? Is that where your power comes from? Like, you seem to cast spells. Like, is that where the spells come from? Do you have to do a ritual like that? I've seen you do similar things during the rest. Like, is that a thing or what?
Can I hear this?
You're on the same boat. So. You're on the same boat as Kamar, we'll say.
Okay.
Like, the other two are on the other boat, and you're on this boat.
Can I hear this? Because if so, I'm pick something up and throw it down and say, "Shut up! I'm trying to sleep."
This is actually around the same time you're talking with Eldeth. Like, this is happening somewhat fluidly, so this is happening as Eldeth's talking to you.
Okay. Fine.
That's okay because Renlan's kind of like he doesn't really want to answer that question. He's just like, so he just sort of sits there, sort of blank face while she's talking. All of a sudden, like dunks, like shut up. So Renlan's just like.
This is like happening at the same time.
Yeah. In this case,
so
I'm
not
Kamar
breaking this conversation to have that one.
So with knowing that Kamar isn't throwing anything, are you doing anything else? You're just blank staring the sky.
It depends. How does Thingy react
to what?
To having something thrown at his head.
We've just. Please listen.
They don't throw it at his head.
He's not throwing anything at him. This is happening whilst
sorry.
Kamar is speaking to Eldeth, so he doesn't hear this.
Okay. It's like it's not a source of power. It's what I am my source of my own power. This is just information, shall we say?
Very interesting. I don't suppose you'd be willing to share that information. I'd love a look through the little book. It's a very interesting looking book.
If you try to look through this book, I will kill you. Good night.
Roll intimidation.
I didn't really have to roll something for this, but okay.
It's like, I'm going to kill you, and then you fall asleep. And it's like...
Okay.
What the fuck is my intimidation thing? Is this the one thing I haven't made a macro for? I think it might be. Yep, okay. Right. Can't believe I've missed this. Right, hang on. Where's my intimidation? $19.
He's taken aback a bit and says, "Valuable indeed. All right, I'll leave me. I'm not gonna push. If you don't want to share the information, you don't have to share the information. Information is not a free source. It is a currency we can use to bargain for other things. Maybe in the future you'll think of something that you want to bargain for. At this point, an empty, a little
the nearest
bag.
the nearest throwable object, whatever it is.
A little satchel which would have contained a few rations flies through the air and smacks the Darrow in the side of the head. And goes, what the hell? What's happening? Oh, I'll leave you to it then.
I'm trying to sleep.
Sorry. At which point he moves to the other side of the boat and leaves you in peace.
Yes.
And is anybody else doing anything during the night?
Nope.
Hopefully sleeping.
Uh,
It's been difficult.
just on the 2 hours there, actually,
Hmm?
I'd have asked anyone on my boat if they needed any weapon or armor or ammunition or anything.
None of them.
Specifically Topsy and Turvy, really.
Topsy tells you. No, my our picks. We're used to fighting with these. We've got crossbows as well. I think.
I think
Yeah.
we've got crossbows.
She says we've got crossbows as well. We'll be fine. But thank you anyway.
Shields or armor?
No.
It would have to be metallic, but
I prefer to move. As I told your friend before, we're more agile. I don't want to just stand there and take a hit like you dum-dums.
That's just rude.
Except they
I just
still
kind
don't have
of
several
really
hits.
just kind of knock my shield a bit and like nothing's hitting me anytime soon.
She just smiles at you, as if like, in reference to her own little joke kind of thing. The situation, like
It's just she's kind of like, I bet I could hit you.
basically. In that case, the night actually passes peacefully. It's uncomfortable sleeping on these boats, especially filled with these Kuotoans. You notice what at first you believe that the Kuotoans don't seem to sleep, although some of them do stop and seem to sit or lay down. Others still keep moving around, and especially the fact these fish-like beings have no eyelids, it's hard to tell where they're sleeping. However, eventually some of you start to realise that actually it seems that sleepwalking is a thing amongst the Kuotoans quite commonly, as they keep on the move pretty much consistently throughout the night. Like some of them stay laid or sitting for maybe an hour at a time, but then even seemingly in a sleep-like state start moving about. But you've had some rough nights. You've been through hell in the last week or so, and you are exhausted. You eventually drift off to sleep and get a night. I'm not going to say a good night's rest, but you get a night's rest. You get the long rest benefits.
Woohoo!
The following morning, you set off once more, and
I prep spells, naturally.
start your way towards Sloopledup.
Sloop-a-doop.
Right. Sloop-a-doop.
Shoot the whoop.
I mean, these could be different places for all I fucking know.
Yeah.
In the distance, you do as the boat starts to get closer. You see small lights lighting up what looks to be a town made up of strange. I want to say wooden, but then they're not wooden. Looking at them, they are made of some sort of organic looking, like bark-like material that you don't recognize. Wooden buildings these buildings built linked by rope bridges all over. Like it doesn't seem like any of these buildings stands alone. All of them are linked up by 1, 2, many more rope bridges.
1, 2, many. Lots.
1, 2, 3, many lots.
Sorry, I went grog there. But yeah, this is a town of buildings and bridges. And as Sloopledup comes into view and the boat starts to make its way towards the nearest pier, that's where we're going to leave it for today's episode. Abyss.
We finally arrived at Sloop-a-doop.
Oh, you took
Yeah.
what? 4 sessions?
Hey, the Underdark itself is a big part of this adventure. Don't expect
Hey.
just to be able to go from city to city, session by session.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I will say now, I'm very much looking forward to next session. Not that should.
I would
make you guys
imagine
feel
so,
nervous or anything.
considering the mission we've just got.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Go
I
and
hope,
murder people.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
I do enjoy some lovely, lovely murder.
I mean, we are about to go murder a cleric of Demogorgon, so
That is true.
Can only end well.
Yeah. I mean, cleric of a demon, that's a dead person in Renlan's book.
I mean,
So-
all I'm saying is
Aren't you a warlock
it's
of a
out of the
demon?
abyss.
Hmm.
So
You don't know who he's a warlock
I
of.
don't know, Matt.
clues in the name.
You don't know who I'm a warlock of, Matt.
I do
That's
not-
what I like about warlocks. They're so open.
Yeah.
So,
Except for like two of them, which is basically you are a warlock of this thing, or you are a warlock of this thing.
I just for the sake of the stream, I'm going to stop the D&D stream now. However, Mike, Phil, Hots,
I can do.
Oh, I see.
Just the worst.
You guys in your videos.
yeah, I love me some Hots.
Don't act like you.
Got to get them their crates and stuff.
Don't
Yes.
act like you.
That is
wouldn't
the end
have
of the D&D
joined us.
stream.
Yes, I'm gonna stop the stream then. I'll be back on my stream for some more Hots in about
Thank you all for
10
watching,
minutes.
though.
So yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.